This YouTube plugin's been messing up recently. There we go. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, there we go. Now we're starting.
Why am I so low down?
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, one sec. Well, there you go. There you go. Now you're better. Are you at a different camera angle, Sensation, today? Is this a different camera angle? I feel like it's slightly different.
I need to buy some arms and shit.
Some arms? What do you mean, like human arms or what?
Well, you can't see this, but this is attached to a solid metal bar, so it doesn't go anywhere. So it just kind of moves.
You don't have you don't have a exactly yeah like an arm an arm. What's up, Brian?
And the camera needs one too.
You just have a solid fixture on it.
The
like
camera's on a tripod, and this is on a microphone.
Yeah, you need like a boom arm, dude. You need a boom arm. They're cheap, dude. Where was I think I got. I'll show you the one I got. I think I got. It was like microphone arm. If I go to my orders, actually, right? Amazon has the histories of everything. Oh, what? I gotta sign in. I don't want to sign in. Microphone arm. Yeah, like this, dude. Like, it was like $20. Yeah, you need one of these.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had one of those, but like your table needs to be kind of like the right size for it to be stable.
Sure.
So
like the
sure,
right thickness.
Yeah, I think it needs to be like. Since you're in England, I'll go 10 centimeters.
Right?
Right?
Is that you speaking in metric?
Yeah, because I feel like mine is like 6, and then it just, or like that, less than that, 4.
What do you mean, like thick?
Yeah, 4 centimeters, like an inch or like 1.5 inches, and it was so wobbly.
Oh,
Every time I got excited, it
would just start moving too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my camera. I get it. Yeah. The camera actually I have is on a solid thing, because any movement that'll wiggle. The microphone wiggling is like not that bad. Mine's like only like an inch or something. Appreciate the subscription, Sensation. Thank you, dude. All good. Nice. Oh, we're up to 18. Holy shit. Oh yeah, because Zeb bought a ton of subs for everyone the last stream.
Wait, do I have a?
Yeah, if you have like the Prime subs, those are great also too. 12 months, yeah. Nice. Thank you, dude. Okay, awesome. Here, we got a lot of questions today, so let's go through some of the let's start the stream off. All right. Welcome to Office Hours, maybe stock school, sex education, student healthy math homework, science homework. I got my two favorite awesome guests. We got Sensation Black in the house and Remton.
That's dope.
All right. Yeah, I had a... Oh, Raiden says I'm being bullied by a hurricane. Uh-oh. Yeah, Florida's getting massacred again by a hurricane, I think, coming up, right?
Oh, I see why I can't sub. I'm on, like... because I'm a mod, I can't sub.
You can't sub it? Oh, if you're a mod on your...
I have to, like, change. I'll do it, like probably...
All good. Jamarcus says, in a couple days or weeks, I'm going to be done with my essays for the IMSA. Would it be fine if you ran them by you? Yeah, of course. Yeah, please. Yeah, I've helped a lot of students get into colleges and grad schools, pharmacy schools, you name it. So yeah, if you want to, if you want to send those over, you know what, chat. You can just send it in the vectors chat or whatever, and I'll take a look at it. I'm sure if Rampton has a second, he'd like to see it too or something. How was the SAT, Jamarcus? How'd it go? Jamarcus took a practice SAT, Rampton, I think like last week, and he got like a 1500 on it or something, like a 1570. I was like, that's basically perfect.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by the math at all, but I'm impressed by your English.
Yeah, my English was pretty terrible. Well, English is your second language too, right, Rampton? Like,
I mean, when I started it, I only spoke English for like 3 years at a time. So if I took it now, probably will do a lot better.
I feel like we went through some of the practice SAT stuff over the summer, and they dramatically shortened the English paragraphs you have to read. It used to you had to read like a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw there was this whole thing that they changed it at least to be like not as brutal, but I remember there was like always this section where you had 2 columns of text to read.
Like a whole page.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, the author number 1 says this. How would the author number 2 change the second paragraph? And I was like, dude, I don't know. I just learned English.
I don't know. I just got here, bro. Can you put the fries in the bag, dude? Like, chill. Oh man. Yeah, I got a 1420 on my SAT, so I got a 700 on the English. I was mad I only got a 720 on the math. I was like, what? How did I get? I didn't take it seriously, I guess, but I only took it once. I was like, whatever.
I took it twice. I think the first time for my math, one I got 800, one I got 780, or 790, something like that, because it was just like one question. And then for my English, I like butchered the reading part the first time. So I think because when I took it was out of
2100. Yeah, 2400. Sorry, yeah, because we had a writing section which they got rid of. There's no more writing section.
Yeah, there was also like a grammar section. I think the first time I got like the 1900, like 1910, and then the second time I got like 2150 or something. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this a third time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to make it to college with them. So.
And it's expensive, dude. I think it's like $100 or something. And then you got to pay to send your tests to all the universities and stuff.
Mine was a lot more expensive. I think mine was like $600.
Yeah. Wait. You paid $600 for the SAT? Holy shit.
Sorry, no. I paid.
Is that in yen?
Yeah, it was a different currency. Well, it was 250, or like 200, 250.
I'm curious actually.
Because I was in Middle East, right? So they have to like ship these and everything.
All right, I can see for international students. Let's see. Wait, dude. The third result here is how much does the SAT cost in Lebanon? I don't think you'd be taking the SAT in Lebanon right now.
Yeah, I was in UAE, like in Dubai.
Yeah. Okay, they say like 100, 115. I don't know. Maybe they just like fleeced you out there. But yeah, that's ridiculous. You spent that much.
I mean, everything's more expensive there.
The 2400 days or something else. Oh, thanks for the follow, MHE Glund21. That's a cool name.
Yeah, he has an international testing fee. Honestly, I don't remember, but like, yeah, I think I did do the IELTS and I did the SATs.
And then we had the ACT. I took the ACT as well, which has like a science section on it.
Yeah, like that's more of an American. I don't think I remember when I sent my applications for the US ones, they were like SAT is good because for internationals they were fine with it. And then the Canadian ones, some of them wanted it, some of them were like, I mean, it's bonus now that you have it. And I was like, all right.
Some of the universities weren't requiring it anymore, and then they backtracked on that, and so now they're requiring it again. There's something about I forget who I was talking to, but apparently like the SAT promotes like a wealth gap type thing. I don't know. They were seeing that like if you, for whatever reason, if you require the SAT, I forget what the thing was. It's like it benefits rich people or benefits poor people. I was like, I think it benefits rich people because rich people can afford the courses.
Yeah. Also, typically, that I remember, I mean, I don't know about now, but when I took the SAT, actually, they said that people who get the highest scores in SAT are people who are like going to law school or like arts and everything. Like on average, people going to like law school or like more of the somewhat humanitarian ones, they score better than people who are going into like more STEM fields because STEM people don't care about English and
they're just like this. But again, if you're applying to a degree program that's like, you know, primarily like engineering or STEM or something, I don't think they really look at your English score. They're just like, whatever. Like, what'd you get on the math?
Yeah, I think that's why they told me they don't care about SAT.
Yeah, I mean, they just care like, can you speak English at least? You know, that's the big. Coming into grad school, they make you take what's called the TOEFL, the TOEFL, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just to make sure you can like talk to the students in English.
I took IELTS, which is more for the Commonwealth countries, Canada, England, New Zealand, Australia. So then once in a while, like I remember I did it again for some reason. They were like, "Oh, you've been to Canada for all these years. You need to do IELTS again." I was like, "Sure." And then when I did it, at there's a listening part where you have to listen to a conversation, and it was in Kiwi, New Zealand. And
so it was like in an accent?
Yeah, because it's all of the Commonwealth countries, and I was like, you know what? It's not Scouse. I take it.
It's not Scouse. Yeah, oh my god.
Like,
What is
I
Scouse?
don't think they would.
Hey, fuck off.
Hey, fuck off, mate. Jamarcus says, I think the new digital SAT is probably much easier compared to the old one. I think so too. It's adaptive too. It changes. So when we took it was a paper one, right? And the questions were set. The new ones, if you do badly in the beginning, it only gives you easy questions towards the end, so that it caps out like what your max score can be. And also, there's no penalty for guessing. There's no guessing penalty.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you get it wrong, when we took it, right? If you got it wrong, you lost a quarter of a point. So you wanted to like
third for me.
It was a third? Yeah, I thought it was a quarter
it was
for us.
3 wrongs. It would cancel out 1 right.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like minus 1/3.
Laz says, and then I also mentioned that unis like MIT believe the SAT is an equalizer, which is why they reinstated it. They said their data suggests that the SAT bridges the gap between lower income and higher income families. I think it does because, so if you don't have a standardized test, right, you got to wonder what do you have on your application then, right? You have your grades, but then the big one are extracurriculars, right? And typically you have to have disposable income in order to afford to do a lot of extracurriculars, unless you're just volunteering. But things like sports and like whatever, usually need like, I don't know, like if you're part of the polo team or something, you own a horse, you need money for these things. And so they were seeing that like, oh, only rich people can afford the extracurriculars now. Oh. Equity. What's up, Equity? We helped you out, Equity, with this equestrian. Yeah, we were talking about this equestrians. Equity, we helped you out with this. Speaking of English, this was your poem that we helped you write during the last thing. Yeah, volunteer gigs. Yeah, volunteer gigs are great. Yeah, and free. But also, you need someone to drive you to the volunteer stuff. And like again, poorer families probably don't have time to drive their kids to things. I guess they're probably working all the time. What? Oh, we helped write this one. This was the thing about like temper and stuff. When your temper's hot, it'll grow like a fire, store emotions. Okay. I saw something about Curry in here, dude. What? Where was this? Oh, shooting the ball like Curry. Oh, not like the food. Throwing the ball like Mahomes with minute. Okay, cool. Nice. Oh, I like how you did these footnotes. This is great.
Anger in the form of bending the ball like Beckham.
Bending the ball like Beckham. Yeah. Was Beckham like known for being able to curve the ball? Is that his thing? Is that the whole bend it like Beckham thing? Is that where it comes from?
The movie.
Is it because he could bend the ball, or is it? I don't know.
I've never seen the movie Bend It Like Beckham, but yeah,
it's a chick flick, right?
Yeah,
I think it's a chick flick. Yeah.
I watched the Hot Ones with like David Beckham in it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, if you look at the way he shoots the ball, he like does it at like such a weird angle. His body is almost like 45 degrees relative to the ground when he's hitting the ball. And
man.
He was like, yeah, my left hip is just sore all the time because he was like, I kicked the ball at such a weird angle, and it was like, you pay for those.
I need to go to a chiropractor like constantly.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I don't need that open. Okay, cool. Cosmic says, any tips for hash tables for C++ homework? Oh, that's kind of your wheelhouse, Sensation. Do you know about hash tables?
I'm aware of it.
He's aware of it.
A book could probably explain better than I could.
Yeah. I don't know. I think hash tables. I want to say that's kind of like a library in Python. In Python, or it's called maybe a dictionary is what it's called. But it used to be, when you work with arrays, you have to know the indice where everything is. But then with like a table, I forget what it's called in Python. Instead
they're called typically packages.
Is that what they're called? Packages and libraries. Yeah, it's like you're storing the data, but instead of the indice saying where the data is, you have another incremator or whatever you call it. It's like, oh, it's the month. Yeah. A little prep for the math quiz. Nice, dude. Yeah, ace your math quizzes. If you want help with your math quizzes, we can do that. Let's see. What was else? Okay. All right, let's pull this up. We do have a math question that someone has asked, so let me go find it. This one is from... It's more work on physics needed. Okay, cool. Did you post a physics question that you needed help with? I forget. Oh, Ace did. Okay, cool. Well, Ace, you're here. So here, let's do your question first. Equity, did you have a question, or were you just posting this? Like, is there a question about this? So So this is what I've got so far. I just need to use proof in the BCom. The author uses multiple literary devices to develop idea that when people are mad, they should use strategies to calm themselves down. I just need to use proof. What do you mean you need to use proof? I mean, here's some proof. What? The whole thing's proof. Wait, Equity's typing. Passing these test cases is hard. Yeah, what was it? Bob was talking about this earlier with his C++ class, where how they grade. He was apparently working with a TA for an hour and a half trying to get it like a memory leak figured out. But the only way they grade these things is that in like computer science classes is they give them a test case and it has to produce the desired output, and it's an all or nothing thing. So either it does and you get a good grade, or it doesn't and you fail, which I think is terrible. But I guess that's the coding. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I need to use proof that the author uses literary devices to prove the theme statement. I mean, well, here's your proof. Aren't these are the literary devices you use, right? This is why I hate English, dude, because it's so open-ended. Like what's the correct answer? And it's like there are so many correct answers. In math, it's like no, the answer is like 42. That's it. Like it's a number. You need 2 proofs.
What is the proofs that you need?
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to read. I need 2 proofs and an explanation for each proof. Well, I don't really know.
Is he talking about like the simile, visual imagery, and all that?
I mean,
stuff
well, I mean, he did it right
mentioned?
here. Yeah, it's mentioned here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know Equity. Yeah, I'm a math guy. This is where the extent of my like helping out with English homework like is like I don't know what more to do with it.
So shooting the ball like Curry, that would be.
I think he's already he said that's an illusion. It's an illusion. He already says it's an illusion.
Yeah, it could also be symbolism.
Yeah. See, this is the whole thing. Like, I'm just like, what? Which one is it?
Hold on.
I mean, but also, I don't know if this is like. What were you saying? The theme statements when people are mad, they should use strategies.
Illusion is. It's alluding.
I mean, this is the theme statement, right? With meditation and stillness, you can calm your mind. Like, cool. Here, you want to say this? There you go. Here's like an illusion, or is this symbolism?
Actually, no. But shooting the ball like her, it can't be illusion because illusion is a indirect reference.
Okay, you're not like directly referencing something.
Yeah. So
this is a simile. This is a simile, right? Right here. When we say like this, and that is simile.
Yeah. The moment you see the word like, and remember it has to be simile.
Got to be a simile.
Illusion, you have to like point to something without actually mentioning it. So shooting the ball like Curry, because you're already mentioning the name Curry, it can't be an illusion because it's like you're already talking about the player, unless there is a double meaning to Curry, which
that's what I was like is it like the food curry? We can use I would use this one, dude. I'd say here's a simile, and whatever the author's using like calming sounds to support the theme statement, and then just I don't know, tell your teacher to fuck off or something. I hate English, like it's so dumb. Whatever. Ace, here, let me help you out because I can help out with math right now.
When you say English is dumb, just remember, idiocracy was supposed to be a warning.
Yeah, I mean, like, I to an extent, you know, but yeah, I don't know. A lot of this work, it just seems like busy work. They're just like, I don't get it. I don't know. Like, you're not really learning anything. Here, Ace, let's help you out. All right, a bullet is traveling 800 meters per second horizontally, hits a target 180 meters away. How far does the bullet fall before it hits the target? Oh, interesting. Oh, that's cool. This is actually the cool thing I was talking about earlier. How if you have a bullet here and you shoot it from a gun, and you also take the bullet and you drop it, that if you shoot the gun and drop the bullet will hit the ground. Both bullets will hit the ground at the same time, because you're only considering movement in one dimension. So even though this thing goes all the way over here, right? It goes like and hits. The amount of time it takes for that to happen is the same amount of time it takes to just drop the bullet. First of all, I don't understand this. What don't you... Yeah, okay, we'll go through it, dude. It's all right.
Do you play Tarkov by any chance?
I play Tarkov sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll tell you about the bullet velocity, then you'll understand exactly.
Tarkov is too real, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like not fun. You spend 40 minutes like scavenging for things, and then you get popped in the head, and you're just done. Like it's
Yeah, I started playing PvE only.
Yeah, and people grief you and stuff. It's like it's not very fun. I don't get why people play that game. But okay, so the bullet's traveling 800. So here you got this is right. This is an initial velocity, and it's in the x direction. Okay. And it hits a target that is 180 meters away. Cool, I like that. That's good. That's good there. So we got some stuff here. Here. Okay, cool. 180 meters away. How far does the bullet fall before it hits the target? Okay. So this is called 2D kinematics motion, kinematics ACE. So this is movement in 2 dimensions. So we're gonna use the same equations that we had before. One sec. I deleted them off this page. Let me grab them again. Kinematics equations. These, I know some people are like, go use Suvat. Ramton, do they use Suvat in Canada, or do they use like the V final, V initial stuff?
I've heard the name Suvat, but no, we typically use this also.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They use like S as like displacement, and then I think
I've seen that. It's like it's just not as convenient. In my math classes, a lot of the times they use that one.
Yeah. Oh, I see. In math. Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember vector calculus. S was.
For like displacement or something. So yeah, Ace. So we know that it's gonna hit this thing 180 meters away. Okay, that's in the x direction. And then we know that we have this velocity of 800 meters per second, which is also in just the x direction, okay? So from that, you can figure out the amount of time it takes for this to travel that 180 meters. Do you know how to do that, Ace? How do you figure out how much time it takes for it to get there? Should be pretty simple. You know how to do this. Typing. T equals D over V. Yeah, that's a good one. That's basically what this is. It's basically this equation. And that works when there isn't any acceleration, Ace. So the key thing here is that in the horizontal direction, there's no acceleration because there are no forces acting on it in the horizontal direction. We're ignoring air resistance. Like technically there is air resistance and there are forces, but you know, to make things simple, we don't care about that. So yeah, this equation basically, right, which says that or this one, sorry, this is the one we want to use, which says that yeah, delta x, which is the distance, is equal to the velocity times the time because the acceleration goes to 0. Okay, so I know that that's 180. I know that the velocity is equal to 800 meters per second, and then we just need to solve for the time. Okay, so doing that, right, divide by 800, divide by 800. Okay, and then where's my calculator? Okay, one sec. There it is. Oh, you already did it for me? Okay, cool. Yeah, D equals 0.225. Good. Yeah, and then make sure you put, you know, seconds on that. Why not? But yeah, everything here we're dealing with is in meters per second. Okay, cool. So yeah, you get that the time is equal to 0.225 seconds. Great. What am I going to do with that now, Ace? So I know it takes, right, 0.225 seconds to go this far, right? And then but they're asking, right, how far does the bullet fall, right? So that's going to be the movement in the y direction, right? So right now we were just considering movement horizontally in the x direction. Now we need to know how far this thing moves in the y direction. Okay. So we can use this same equation, right? But instead of using like delta x, we're looking at delta y, okay? So I'm going to say, okay, cool. Delta y is equal to v initial in the y direction times the time plus 1/2 a t squared. Now, in the y direction, this thing has no initial velocity, okay? Because we're not throwing it down, we're not shooting at it at an angle. The velocity was strictly horizontal, so there's only x velocity. So the y velocity initially is going to be 0. There is acceleration though, right? So this is the key thing. Anytime something's in the air, it's in free fall, there is acceleration, and that's always equal to negative 9.8. Okay? And then what we can do for t is we're just going to use the same time we found in the first part. So you solved for t in the x direction, and that amount of time is going to be the same for figuring out how far it falls in the y direction. So I'm going to say, cool, delta y is equal to 1/2 negative 9.8, and then t squared is going to be that 0.225 squared. Right, so now if we pull up our calculator, 0.5 times 9.8 times 0.225 squared, you get, and then there's a minus sign, so that's minus 0.248. Okay? So that's the amount of meters that it's going to drop, okay? So that's the bullet drop. So the bullet drop over 180 meters, wow, that's actually pretty significant, man, dude. What? Like, 0.24, that's, wait, 25 centimeters? That seems pretty high, no? See, that makes sense, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's right, okay. That's crazy. I mean, I've gone shooting before. I didn't know that the bullet drop was 25 centimeters. That's huge. A quarter of a meter. Dude, what? Okay. Nice. Cool. All right. Does that help you out? Like, do you understand the process? You know, it's one thing to get the answer right, but do you understand, like, the big thing in kinematics, especially two-dimension stuff, is just split stuff into what directions. So look at things only in the x direction, look at things only in the y direction. And then usually the time connects the two. Yeah, the question
also,
was... yeah, go on, Rampton. What's up?
Sorry. Finish the question. I'm just saying fun fact about that has nothing to do with the problem.
Oh, no, say the fun fact. Say the fun fact. What's the fun fact?
Well, you said because you shot the gun and, like, the bullet drop is, like, 25 centimeters. But, like, the muzzle velocity with this one is, like, 800 meters, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the muzzle velocity needs to be, like, a little over 1,000. So, like...
Oh, I see. So this velocity is wrong because it's, like, it's slow.
It's a little slower, yeah. But overall, I feel like...
yeah, what's the bullet velocity of, like, of an AR-15?
I think a little...
Yeah, 1,000 meters per second.
Yeah.
And then...
It also depends on the bullet.
Sure. Right, yeah. AR-15 is shooting, I guess, standard... I want to say it's 5.56 or 2.23 is what they call it.
No,
Whereas,
like,
yeah.
even the types of the 5.56,
Uh-huh.
they have, like, different sorts of...
oh, different grain. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because, like, I don't know why, but out of gaming, I now have become getting military training now. I'm just looking into gun... yeah. But...
they're going to put you on a watch list, Rampton.
Probably.
Yeah, you put, especially the color of your skin, dude. They're gonna, like, put you on a watch list. Like,
no, I think it's mostly explosives that will work.
yeah, or if you start buying a lot of fertilizer.
Yeah, and orange juice, because apparently that happened. There was a lady that she ordered, like, cable, orange juice, and fertilizer because off of Amazon. And then she was like a 70-year-old lady, and she had a garden, obviously, orange juice for something, and then cable for the house, right? These are not, like, uncommon things to buy. But then the FBI broke into our house. They were like, "Are you making a fucking bomb?" She was like, "I barely walked up the stairs."
Oh my god.
Napalm.
Is that how you make napalm? I thought napalm was like styrofoam and gasoline.
Oranges.
It is orange. It is orange juice, really?
No, not orange juice. I'm not gonna go into details.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oranges.
Oranges. Okay. We don't have to.
Dude, we don't want to get flagged.
We're gonna get flagged. Yeah. You watch this guy's stream. He's teaching these kids how to make bombs. Wait. So wait. I thought 22 long rifle was faster than I was looking. So the other type of bullet that people sometimes, at least when I was in Boy Scouts, we shot like 22s. I thought it was more. Oh, here we go. This is the bullet drop question, or I guess there's a chart. Oh, that's cool. Ammo, drop. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, they do it in feet per second, which is confusing.
Yeah, please don't.
Please don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Meters per second. Have you seen the meme where it shows a teacher and they're like, "How am I going to mess with my students today? I'm going to give the question in miles per hour just to mess with them." It's like, man, it's like at some point you just memorize
NASA one time had an issue with a project because somebody did all of their calculations in feet per second, but they didn't write down the units.
Yeah. No, they lost the rover. They lost. They sent like a multi-million-dollar rover to Mars, and they fucked up because they put the wrong units on it. That's the classic story they always teach in like classes. Like, this is why units are important. What was it? It was like NASA units, rover, miss. Where is it? Maybe it was. Yes, it was. It was a metric mistake. This was it. When NASA lost a spacecraft due to a metric math mistake. After almost 10 months of travel to Mars, it burned and broke into pieces. Oh God, dude, what? No, dude. It was $125 million, dude. This
Back
this
in
guy.
1998, so that's like 2.5 times now.
Yeah, that's big cash right now, dude. Oh my God, no. JPL engineers did not take in consideration the units had been converted in English units of pound second squared to Newton second squared. Oh no. Oh, that's so bad, dude. R.I.P. R.I.P. the Mars thing. Dude, this guy must have gotten roasted, dude. The person who messed up. Anyways, yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, Ace, that makes more sense to you. Yeah. So in general, when you're doing these questions, Ace, write down all your stuff in the X direction, write down all your stuff in the Y direction, and then you connect the two with time. T is like the common variable that like connects the two together. And yeah, you'll be good. Nice. Cool. All right, awesome. Let's get a coin for that. Good job. And then this goes to Ace. Nice. There we go. Oh, none of my sound is working. Wait, one sec. Something's off with my sound. Where is it? Oh, I'm muted. Oh, that's why. Oh God. Oh, sorry. The music's been on the whole time.
On Twitch?
On Discord. My Discord audio was the waiting music on the whole time.
No.
Oh, I just started hearing it. That's weird. Wait. If I turn it on, do y'all hear it? No?
No.
Oh, maybe I just hear it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Sorry, I was muted. Okay, cool. All right, nice, good. Ishan Equity. Oh, Equity says, oh, here's an example. Why is this all color-coded, dude? What's going on here? Let me look at this one sec for Equity. Okay, we got this. We got some more color-coded stuff. Like, did someone just like vomit in crayon, dude? Like, what happened? Like, why? Why is this all highlighted?
Sorry if I randomly cough.
Oh, you're good.
I came back from the dead only a few days ago.
Oh no! Oh, did you get the vid? Did you get the COVID?
I got something, but I was like at 102-degree fever on Friday.
Oh, ew.
But yeah, I like slept. I went to bed at like 8, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna lie down and just close my eyes for like an hour. And then I woke up and it was 11 a.m. the next day.
Oh wow, yeah. You slept for. Sometimes you need that. You just need like a solid sleep sesh. You know.
Yeah, no. And on Saturday, I like weighed myself because like I had so much fever and I was like sweating a lot, and I was still drinking like water like nonstop. Like, even now, I have a cup of water, but like I lost 6 pounds.
Oh wow, that's a great diet.
Yeah,
yeah, just go get sick.
People, yeah, for people who are not using pounds, that's like 2.7 kilograms.
Yeah, it's like 3 kilos. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Well, I'm
I
glad
have
you're
to
feeling
deal with
better.
the fact that everybody uses pounds here, so
Yeah, I know. We should all just use newtons. Like, if we're gonna make it difficult, we should make it difficult for everyone and just say, okay, now everyone has to use newtons. It's the true unit of weight. Because that's a joke. What's stones? Yeah, don't even get me started, dude. Fucking stones, dude. Stop.
Did I ever explain that one to you?
No. Explain
It's a
stones.
holdover from when we used pounds. When we used pounds, pounds, shillings, and pence.
Okay,
Which was
like the currency.
A stupidly complicated system.
Yeah, because it wasn't like 10 to 100, right? It was like, and then there were like farthings and like half farthings or something.
Yeah, but they were specific kinds of coins. 240 pence in a pound.
Oh no.
And so many shillings. But yeah, it was all divisible by 12 or something.
Pence, shillings, pounds, and so then we just started using. Okay, here we go. Okay, 20 shillings is a pound, 12 pence is a shilling. So you're right. It's 240 pence to the pound. Dude, why?
And so anyway, it carried over to the weight, so it was ounces, pounds, and stones.
Oh man, that's a headache. That's such a headache.
So I weigh 17 stone.
17 stones. What's that, like 200 pounds? 250? 220? I don't know.
220, I think.
220. Okay.
I've heard my favorite joke is like I forgot which comedian. It was like, I don't know how many stones she was, but she was like one boulder.
She's a boulder. That's a lot of stones. Oh man. I've definitely been gaining weight this last month just because I was traveling every weekend, and dude, there's nothing more that will wreck like diet and exercise than travel. It's the worst. You're just eating airport food, like you're never getting to the gym. And then so people, I know I've gained like 10, 15 pounds like in a month, but people at the gym are like, yo, you're looking like bigger, dude. Are you like working out more? Like you lift more weights? I'm like, no, I'm just getting chonkier. Yeah, but like, yo, you look more jacked. Like you've been really hitting the gym. I'm like, no, dude, I've been hitting the airport food, dude. It's terrible. All right, let me see if I can try to help Equity. Equity is determined. Okay. All right, these are highlighted to show different parts of the paragraph. Okay, so here's an example of what we're supposed to do. Okay, let's see. Critiquing the abusive and blind in analysis. Okay, develops the idea that human beings are deeply flawed as they are blah, blah, blah. Okay, to begin, he uses visual imagery to identify humanity's errors in the protection of nature. Okay. Okay. Pathetic fallacy? What is pathetic fallacy, dude? What is that a term? Dude, excuse me.
Just a descriptor.
Yeah, I was like, what, pathetic fallacy? Dude, excuse me? Okay. Neglect is evident in the passage. Oh, this poor ape, dude. He's not having a good time, dude. Wait. Pathetic fallacy literally is something. The attribution of human feelings and responses to inanimate things. Or wait, isn't that called anthropomorphizing? It's anthropomorphism, I thought.
That's what I would have said, yeah.
Yeah, what? It's yeah, that's anthropomorphism. I don't think that's pathetic fallacy. Fallacy is like something else. I don't know.
I definitely think people anthropomorphize pets.
Bro, yes. Okay, so wait, wasn't it St. Francis's Day on Saturday or something? Did y'all see this?
Not for me.
I think it was St. Francis. Wait. Okay, it was because someone sent this to me on Instagram.
Wait, what is anthropomorphism?
Anthropomorphism is giving human-like feelings, actions, and like human descriptors to things that are not humans.
Oh, the non-human. Okay. See.
Yeah. So yeah, and then Sensation was saying that people anthropomorphize their pets very often. I was like, oh, I agree with that. Exactly. Yeah. People love their pets.
I'm guilty of it too. Well, or I was. You'd sit there and you'd say, "Bad dog," you shouldn't do that. You'd go on some long rambling thing, and it's like it's an animal. It doesn't understand a fucking word you're saying.
It's just responding to stimuli. But this was okay. This was Saint Francis. It was the blessing of the blessing of the pets, I think, is what it was. So people brought all their. This one brought a fucking llama, dude, into a church.
What is happening? Oh my god.
A metal detector in a church.
This is like the most American.
Brought a camel. Oh god, dude. Fucking goat. And dude, there's like this epic church music playing in the background. You're just like, what? Why does this person have 3 chihuahuas?
One chihuahua is.
He's such a happy boy. He's a happy boy. Someone brought a parrot!
That dog is not happy, it's stressed.
I mean, I'd be stressed too, man, dude. Like, what the hell?
That dog's stressed as well.
Anyways, yeah. It's because I think it was St. Francis's Day last Saturday or something. Which I think he's the saint of the animals, right? St. Francis Day. Yes, it was October 4th. People also search for Diwali, Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur. Okay. But I think he loves the animals. St. Francis Day, and yeah, blessing, pet blessing. Yes, I guess this is it's a Catholic thing or something. The blessing of the pets, the blessing of the animals. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so we were talking about anthropomorphism. So yeah, that's when people, yeah, with their pets. Pathetic fallacy is when the environment mirrors the mood. Like the character is sad, so it rains. Okay, cool. I just don't like it's called pathetic fallacy.
It's not also a fallacy. I feel like it's just.
Yeah, what? Yeah, like a fallacy is like a paradox, right? Is that what a fallacy is?
A fallacy is a myth.
It's like a false.
Oh wait, no, this dude's right. What? According to the dictionary, pathetic fallacy is the attribution of human feelings and responses to inanimate things or objects. Oh, really? Oh, Ace was right. Dude, what? This is called anthropomorphism. I thought.
It did say, especially in art and literature, so.
Yeah, maybe there's a difference. They have some key differences. Okay. Okay, but what's the difference? What's the difference? Yeah, what's the fucking difference?
Oh, it says anthropomorphism could happen unconsciously.
Okay. Oh, and then there's personification, right? So then we got a third one here. Like English just couldn't make up their mind,
I think
dude.
Personification is like comparison of something to a human trait.
Okay.
But you're not like acting like they are human, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Equity says no, Gold. The definition I have is correct. You can tell it's right because the explanation of the proof explains it. Yeah, that or your teacher's wrong. Like... I think I trust the dictionary. The dictionary is pretty correct.
Here's all I know for a fact. All that kind of stuff is nonsense.
It's all nonsense.
You need to work on your actual English usage.
Right? Yeah. I think this is a bunch of garbage. Like, I don't know. This is just busy work is what this is.
If you are writing a sentence and it looks like you're mashing your palms into the keyboard, that's what you need to be working on.
Yeah, they should be just teaching the kids like how to like actually, like speak English over text.
Wait, I heard about this recently. Because everyone's using smartphones, or was, as the case may be.
Oh yeah.
The people are now having to be like trained to use keyboards.
Oh, interesting. We're bringing back Mavis Beacon, dude.
Mavis Beacon.
No one knows Mavis Beacon. Oh man,
that might be an American thing. So
maybe it was. But who taught you typing?
Me.
Well, okay. There was this woman. Her name was Mavis Beacon. And we all had to like take this class in I want to say middle school. But it was, I don't know, this generic black lady in a suit, and her name was Mavis Beacon. And they were like typing games. So for instance, you would have to like type, and the faster you typed, the faster the car went or something. Yeah, so they tried to like gamify like
all you need for training people how to type is raging in video games.
Yeah,
I'm saying it jokingly please don't actually do that, but you get good at it when you're like, I have a few seconds to get these words out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, before the round starts, like I have to type something real quick. Oh, you can apparently still get it, dude. Mavis Beacon is back, and she's changed her outfit, but she's still wearing a white suit, I guess. Anniversary edition. This thing is 37 years old, dude. Oh my god, dude! Look at this GUI, dude. What is this GUI from? Select music. Yeah. So, oh yeah, and it would have the hands here, and it would show like, oh, you're supposed to put the thumbs here, you're supposed to put the fingers here. Yeah.
Why is the keyboard massive?
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay, look, and then there was like, do you remember this like this Ergo keyboard they tried to like push?
Oh yeah.
The split one. Yeah, I don't know. That was fucking weird. It was like Ergo.
I had one that was actually in 2 pieces.
Dude, bro, excuse me. What is this? What the hell is this like abomination?
Not that one.
Dude, excuse me. Excuse me. What is this?
I've even seen the ones that are like almost like a joystick.
No way. This is so like weird.
There are
or dactyl. Oh my god, these things are goofy, dude. What? Yeah, there's the trackball. Like I never got the trackball thing. That's crazy though. Yeah, I remember them trying to like push this, and I just hated this.
That one. That one. That says the New York Times one.
Oh, this one?
I had one of them.
It's literally just split. What? So that your hands are further apart instead of being close together, and that's like somehow ergonomic.
I didn't understand why, but
I don't get that either. Okay.
They were pushing it during when all this technology was new.
Yeah. I guess it's supposed to help like carpal tunnel or something, maybe. Would you say it was like a joystick keyboard? Joystick keyboard. Oh, I've seen these before. I mean, this is for gaming and whatnot. These things are cool. Oh, interesting. Controller. Yeah. Maybe we'll just get the Neuralink dude set up. We'll just think the ideas and then they'll go down as text. That's the next thing. That's the next thing.
Yeah.
We are Borg. Resistance is futile.
Resistance is futile. Become one of us. Okay, Agrid, as far as your question, besides me like literally doing the question, like doing your homework for you, I feel like if you wanted to basically just mirror whatever your teacher had on here, use this where you say like, oh, here's the theme statement, and then the author uses. I like visual imagery. I think that's cool. You can say visual imagery to identify ways that activities may be like calming for you, and then this would be literally the visual imagery. Like you can say ocean waves are typically like meditation type music, flowing water sounds nice, and white noise, and then there you go. There's some visual imagery. If you wanted to use pathetic fallacy, I guess, I don't know. Didn't you write this poem? Like I feel like you wrote this poem. I feel like we wrote this poem together, and you added to it. So, you could also say this is also visual imagery. There you go. There's just two. Do they have to be different examples, or can you just say they're both visual imagery? That's what I would say. I would be like, cool. Here's some visual imagery. Yeah, that's the poem. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I don't know. Just basically copy what you're. Dude, this is all English. All English. And honestly, this is why they got rid of the writing section in the SAT, because it wasn't easy to grade like objectively. And in order to do well on the writing section, you just had to follow a formula, which was, you know, hook, topic sentence, 3 supporting things, conclusion, and then you just do this for like 3 paragraphs. And if you had all those things, you got a perfect score. So I don't know. Like, to me, I feel like writing is subjective. You know, it depends on who's reading it. It depends on who's grading it and who's writing it. So I'm glad they got rid of it because it's silly. I used to hate that in my English class too. I had this. I took AP Literature, and we had to write essays like every week. We had to write an essay, and my English teacher just used to berate me and just be like, you know, she would give me, you know, like, it was out of 5 were the scores, and she would just give me 2s and 3s constantly. She would say, your essays are trash, you're never going to do well in the AP exam, blah, blah, blah. And I'm a science guy, so I'm like, wait, what's wrong here? Like, you know, why am I getting all these bad grades on stuff? And then I ended up taking the AP exam, and I got a perfect 5. And I was like, okay, bitch. Like, you made me feel like shit the whole year, said I was never going to get a good grade on this exam and that my writing was terrible and blah, 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 blah. And then I ended up getting a 5. I was like, okay. Yeah, she's probably like, just like, I don't know.
I would have made a point of going up to them and saying, look, you were full of shit, here's proof.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to say. You're full of shit, here's proof. Equity says, yeah, whatever. Equity, yeah. Ask me like an actual math or science question. I can help you like kind of write things, but this analysis, just copy it. Like, you see what they do? Just copy it and just apply it to your thing, and then your teacher will like you. Yeah. That's the advice I can give you for English. Unless someone else wants to step in and like actually help them with this, like, but I don't. I'm like, I hate this stuff.
It's way too esoteric. I mean, I do language, not literature.
Right, yeah. Here, Ishan, here, I'll give you a bond coin regardless, like, you know, thanks for at least asking something, but... yeah. Are you not taking any math or science, Equity? ELA is actually so fucking annoying and gay, yeah. Oh, man. The kids are bringing back retarded and gay. They're bringing back the words. They're bringing them back. Oh man. Yeah, I know. I didn't like English classes either. So I empathize with your pain, Equity. I understand why you don't like your English class. I understand. It's okay. Just
as long as you can use it effectively and properly, that's fine.
I wish I could, but the fucking counselor says that there's no open courses for science or math. Oh, wait, you're not taking any science or math, like, right now? What? What do you mean there's no open courses? Like, they're full? Like, there's too many people in them? What do you mean in Canada, they do it differently? Oh, I don't know. What, do they sit down when they take a piss? Like, what are they doing? Like, what do you mean differently? What? Do they tip their landlords? They do it differently. Yeah, I've heard a couple people complain in my server because they're from Canada, and they complain that the education system is pretty whack. Do you agree with that, Ramton? Do you think the education system in Canada is worse than like America?
It's definitely getting worse. I would say that because I like tutor people here, and like
yeah.
It does baffle me at times that I'm like, how did you guys like make it through high school at all? It is. I mean, I'm not trying to like badmouth anyone because like it's not
it's okay.
really their fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely like people tutoring and just like, yeah, I don't know what your teacher has been doing. Because like there are certain things that they can't like. There's so many people they can't even add, like fractions.
They can't add. Like can't add fraction. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm like,
we gotta help these boys. Oh, let's turn this off. Damn.
I swear I saw this question before.
Oh, maybe. I think Ishan posted it earlier. There's very little content they explain properly in any class. Damn, Ishan. Okay, well. Hopefully we can help you. You know, we're the remedy for that. You know, we're going to be revolutionizing the Canadian education system. I need to get this set up as like a nonprofit in Canada so I can maybe act more I need to talk. Penn Center was talking to me about that because he does.
As long as you're not paying taxes in Canada, just
yeah, right. Because that's like 60% or something, dude. It's nuts.
Canada's lowest tax rate is still higher than the U.S.'s highest tax rate, which is California.
Oh wow. And y'all don't even get the weather. I'm at least paying for the weather. I understand why my taxes are high. Like the weather costs a lot. You don't even need calculus in Canada to graduate. I don't think you need calculus either in the U.S. to graduate high school. I think you can like get out with geometry, but it's at least offered. So equity, why don't you take? So I get it if for instance your high school says that there's no math or science, but like you're a smart kid, so like you shouldn't be wasting a whole year not taking math or science. Yeah, is there a community college nearby that you could like go to? I don't know, like here they call it like dual credit. So for instance, you take a class at a community college and it counts towards your high school degree as well.
There aren't really community colleges. I mean,
are there not community colleges in Canada? Those are not a thing?
No, they're just colleges, essentially.
Oh, just colleges. Okay. The counselor said dual enrollment is only for dumb kids. What?
Ignore them.
Dude, ignore. Your counselor needs to go fucking, I don't know, like, stick their head in an oven or something. What? Excuse me?
Walk up to said counselor and say, here is a cactus.
Which city or province are you from?
Yeah, equity. What city or province?
Probably Ontario or BC. I mean.
Yeah, have Ramton help you out. He's our Canadian expert. Dual enrollment's only for the dumb kids. You should go up there. You should go up there and be like, "So, are you in dual enrollment?"
The burn.
The burn, dude. Burner, dude. Man.
Yeah, I would say like you can probably look into like certain colleges in Ontario, or even I think Ontario like is.
Or even like an online course. Couldn't they take like an online thing? You know?
Yeah, I think so. I think Waterloo actually has like a summer program, which is kind of like
it's like a summer math program
thing for
enrichment programs. This is what it is.
Yeah, and it's like pretty legit, and you know a lot of people like if you do well in it, I'm pretty sure it heavily increases your chance of
going to college.
Waterloo. Which Waterloo, you know, it's a pretty good school. I mean, that's where I went. People say MIT of the North.
Oh, it's the MIT of the North, University of Waterloo. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a drag if you're calling it MIT of the North, but I'd say chill out. But like, yeah.
Chill out.
I mean, I went there. I'm just saying, but it's a pretty good. If you're going there for math or science, it's probably on par with like University of Toronto. But as but you know, it's not MIT.
Oh, look at this. There's the Sir Isaac Newton exam. Is a test of high school physics.
So that's
what's
that's
this?
The one. So Sir Isaac. So that one's you're not really like you're not. Sorry, I keep coughing.
You're good.
So with the Sir Isaac Newton, that one's already taken when you've already finished high school.
Okay.
It gives you a huge bonus if you're like trying to go to university, and it gives you like a good acceptance rate.
Okay.
For like a lot of again Waterloo and like, but because Waterloo is like a known university, you can probably use it for like other universities as well that are in Ontario to be like, oh, like I got a pretty good grade in this one. But I would say that that's not like preparing you for anything yet.
No, this is just like a flex.
No, it's like a credit that like, you know, you can like transfer forward, but it's not necessarily helping you like get prepared for anything. Like you're already past the point of like, oh, I've studied.
Wow, they're saying the raw average score is from 20 to 40%.
Yeah.
We hope students enjoy the test.
Essentially
demoralizing.
What it is like, I took a look at it. Essentially, it's just the first year exam they give you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So, I mean, you could do something like this equity. Well, you can't, well, not take the exam, but like this other stuff that's on here. It looks like there's like some cool programs and stuff. It says for online, you can't take more than 4 courses, so I can't take an, oh, are you already, all your courses are already online, equity? You don't go to school? Were you homeschooled? I forget. Or I guess everyone like kind of went home. Like doesn't go in person anymore. I don't know.
See, I'm not a fan of that particular school system.
Sure.
I think more countries should have primary, secondary, and tertiary education.
Okay. What's you want to explain the differences between those? Like I think secondary is like high school, right? Is that secondary?
So primary is nursery through year 6. Nursery is probably what you'd call kindergarten. Secondary school is 11 through 16.
Okay.
And
yeah.
That's where mandatory education stops. You can then, if your school has an A-level department, that's your gateway to university.
Right. Is that the tertiary? Is tertiary then like the A-level?
A-level technically is, but it's kind of weird because sometimes it's in secondary schools, but mostly still not.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, you can take the gateway to university, or you can start doing skilled stuff, bricklaying,
like trade stuff.
Yeah,
like trade work or something.
That's generally what colleges have. They have A-level departments, and then they have skilled labor departments.
Yeah.
But anyways, it seems to work better for us at least. Somehow we seem to be ahead of you up until a certain point.
Oh yeah, you guys are. Yeah, you guys definitely are. Wait, what's my thing mad at? This is mad at my. That's like my settings. Oh, I'll change this later. Nice. Okay, cool. Here, okay, he says they have a rule that you can't take more than 4 classes, and there's only 4 classes in one semester. Okay. Well, next semester, make sure you take a math or science class. You know, I feel like you that would be best for you. Okay, here, Ishan has a question. I like this question. It's actually a fun one. It says write the area of the rectangle in simplest form. Ooh, kind of fun.
Where's he at?
Yeah, where's Ishan? He was here. I saw him in the chat earlier. Ishan, my boy. And then yes, is teaching kinematics. Okay, yeah, we can help you out, Jinxie. We can help you out, dude. I got you, dude. All right, Ishan's here. Okay, cool. All right, Ishan. So they want to write the area. Do you know how to calculate the area of a rectangle? It's a good thing to know. How do you calculate the area? And I'm back. Welcome back, Ace. I think we're going to do some more physics. Someone else is asking a kinematics question. Yeah, length times width, right? Yeah, dope. Cool, man. Yeah. So, what was it? Length times width is equal to area. Oh, your math and science course is the next semester? Okay, thank you. I'm glad you're doing some math and science this year. Okay, so whatever. You can call whichever one the length of the width. And so you're going to have x squared minus 9 all over x is getting multiplied by x cubed minus 4x over x squared plus 5x plus 6. This is always the trinomial I use to like explain factoring. It's always x squared plus 5x plus 6. I don't know. It's kind of a fun one I use all the time. What do you think you do next, Ishan? I mean, you could multiply this together and you could like foil this, but that would suck. We don't want to do that. There's an easier way to do it. What's the easier way? Factor! Yes! Factoring is your friend. Okay, cool. Do we know how to factor this thing? This is something special. Special. What's special about it? Good. Yeah, it's x minus 2, x plus 2. Yep, you are correct.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, no, not this one. This is x minus 3. Oh, sorry. My 9 looks like a fucking 4. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, that's right. It's supposed to be a 9. There we go. 9. Okay, yes. This is the same thing. This is called a difference of squares. So anytime you have a squared minus b squared, that's the same as a plus b times a minus b. Which in this case... No, that was my bad. My 9 looked like a 4. So this is like a, and then this is like, well, 3. This is 3 squared. So this is kind of like my b squared, right? So this whole top part here is going to turn into x plus 3 times x minus 3. Okay, so that's what that turned into. We're still going to keep the... we had our combined term for 4 classes today. Not sure what to think of it. Oh, wow. Wait. You have a midterm that combines all your classes? That's pretty crazy, Falcon. Good to see you, dude. Okay, there's that. Let's look over here. What can we factor out of here, Ishan? Is there anything we can factor out of here? There's actually a lot of stuff we can factor, but you tell me one thing we can factor. Good, yes. Yeah, so this thing down here, right here, this is the same as x plus 2, x plus 3. You always look for, like, what numbers multiply to this, multiply to 6, but add up to this, positive 5. That's 2 and 3. The way they sometimes make this tricky is they'll put, like, a minus sign here. If there's a minus here, I always see kids do the 2 and 3 again. And then I'm like, no, it's not that. It's... The minus here means that it's going to be -1 and positive 6. That multiplies to -6 and then adds up to 5. Oh, nice, Falcon, on the 10 redemption. Why is my thing not working, though? Oh, it should be working. It's connected. I feel like it is, right? OBS connect. 1 sec. Yeah, it's connected to the Twitch. I don't know. Why did I not do it? Oh, because I don't have something for the 10. Here. Yeah, I need to make it for the 10. All right, so this turns into... Let's do that. And then can we factor anything out of the top here? Yeah, factoring goes... Brrr. It does, Falcon. What were your 4 classes that you had all the combined tests in? Tell me the subject. Falcon goes to, like, a forestry school. He, like, learns about trees and shit. It's pretty cool. It's like, I think it's kind of like a trade school almost, right? It's like a forestry trade school or something. Yeah. Good, yeah. Equity's like, what the fuck? Yeah, Falcon has, like, pretty dope life. Forestry school is crazy. Yeah, he's cool, dude. He's, like, chilling with the trees and stuff. Yeah, this is going to be x plus 2, or sorry, let's make sure I don't mess this up. X plus 3. All right, nice. And then at this point, right, if we're multiplying things together, you should start seeing you can cancel some stuff. Did I mess something up? I think it was okay, right?
There's x cubed, so...
Oh, I fucked up. Yeah. This is x squared. Thank you. Good catch, Sensation. Yeah, this is x squared. Yeah, very good catch. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, this was x cubed, so this is x times x squared. Good. Yes, Ace. Yep. Okay. All right. So then if I multiply these two things together, I'm going to see that the x plus 3 here cancels with the x plus 3 here. And then the x cancels with the x here. And we're just left with this. So we got x minus 3 times x squared minus 4. And then we can go even further. We can go even further beyond. How can we go even further? Good. Yes, exactly. Yeah. This is another difference of squares. Yeah. So this is going to be like x plus 2, x minus 2. So these are going to cancel. And then you get your final answer, which is x minus 3 times x minus 2. Good job. Clap.
Is that what simplest thing?
I think it is. I mean, you know, technically I could multiply those through. And that would become, what would it be? X squared minus 5x plus 6. I think usually you can leave it in this form. That's like kind of the simplest. That's the only subjective thing in math. Unlike the fucking English essay that Equity has to do. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. All right, here, let's have Jinxie. Jixnaya or something. Let's see this. Oh, this is. Oh, this is wow. Oh, wow. We got a lot of Kinemax equations here.
Yeah.
Jixnaya. Yeah. I was
Tell us how it's spelled.
Yeah, tell us how it's pronounced, dude. What?
Pronounced.
Also, gotta go eat. I'll be back soon. Yeah, cool, dude.
Food.
Let's see. Good to see. Okay. Forest health, MRA, multiple resource assessment, surveillance of civiculture, and wildlife habitat. They're all level 3000 classes. Are they not level 9001? What's the 3000?
It's over 9,000.
What does the scouter say? Oh, no, just surveillance, not surveillance. No, just survey, not surveillance. Oh, okay. Oh, survey of civiculture. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Wait, silviculture. That's a cool word, silviculture. Janaya says we can just say Janaya. That's cool. All right.
You can, but that's not what that says.
Yeah, well, they like putting random X's and stuff. It's better than this. Do you remember this trend? It was like probably like 5 years ago, where they were replacing all the A's with like V's, or all the U's with V's. So if you wanted to say like cult, it would be like this. They put like a V there. It's like super.
That's old school.
Yeah, that's like Roman, right? Or Gothic? Is that what it is? It's Gothic.
No, that's like punk era, where everything was something cult with a V in it.
Well, then also I think V was also like an A. So for instance, if you wanted to say like Alley Cat, they would like replace this A with a V. And actually, I know a pretty famous DJ named that. I think it's Alley CVT. Yeah, she's pretty famous. Yeah, but her name is Alley Cat. But they puts a V there for whatever reason. I don't know. People got some. Anyways, but Janaya, yeah, okay. Janaya, let's talk about Janaya's question. Okay. All right. Okay, an airplane accelerates down a runway at 3.2 meters per second squared for 32.8 seconds until it finally lifts the ground. Determine the distance traveled before takeoff. Nice, okay. Do I see Suvat down here? I think I almost see Suvat. No, I'm like seeing through the paper. Do you use Suvat, by the way, Janaya? What equations do you use? Yeah, I'm looking at it here, right? I'm like enhance. Like,
zoom in and enhance. It's all blurry. Zoom in and enhance.
Dude, zoom in. We showed that video one time from was it from CSI or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Dude, his one-liner, his zingers were great, dude. Falgo says it's a word used to describe active management of trees using responsible management practices to balance the goals of landowners. The most common up here in the north being deer habitat or logging, often in common with both. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
The weirdest thing you'll ever see is a deer shaking its antlers off.
Oh, we'll get a video of that. I want to see that. Okay, yes, good. Are you use those? Okay, so you use these. Yeah, you don't use Suvat? Okay, nice. All right.
No Suvat.
No Suvat.
Fuck!
Anyways, okay. Let's...
Wait, what was that?
I hit the wrong button on my soundboard. Which I should hit again. It was bad timing. I was like, fuck.
Timing was great.
Dude, someone told what Jamarcus said he was like listening to our stream and with his speakers like loud on his laptop, like at his dinner table. I hit that button on the soundboard. And his parents like, what's going on? Anyways,
one of my friends has like something on a soundboard that when you join Discord and it goes like bling,
yeah,
and then it's like bling. Hey guys, how's it going? And then he would randomly do it, and we would think like somebody joined the chat.
Oh my god!
Like, hey, and then we were just waiting for someone to talk.
Oh, that's the meat. That's the worst. Yeah, or that, or you had it do like the iPhone ping sound or something, like the notification sound.
God, yeah,
ding.
I have my iPhone on.
Yeah, mine's on just vibrate. Yeah. I've never used the sounds. Oh, okay, Janai. Do you know how we do this one? You said you need help. I don't understand how she is teaching it. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, if you don't understand, all right, I'll teach it to you. That's fine. How I always like to do kinematics questions, Janaya, is I like to identify what the variables are that are being given in the problem. So here they say it accelerates at this. So this I know right away is an acceleration. You can also tell by the units, okay? Like acceleration is usually going to be in like meters per second squared. Velocity is going to be meters per second, and then distance is going to be in meters, and then time is going to be in seconds. So there you go. These are the units that usually they use. So here I know, okay, cool. A is equal to 3.2. T is equal to 32.8. And in this case, they want to know the distance it's traveled. So delta x is what we're looking for. Okay. So these are the kinematics equations, Janaya. And we need to use these to solve these problems. Now, the thing that messes up students all the time is trying to pick which equation we should use. The way I like to do it is, again, I just write out variables I have, the variable I'm looking for, and then I find which equation has all those things. So, for instance, I wouldn't really want to use this one, right? Because I don't have velocity anywhere. I don't have final velocity. I don't have initial velocity. Well, I guess I do have initial velocity because I guess it starts at rest. We hope it starts at rest. But also, it doesn't have the main thing I'm looking for, which is delta x. I just noticed I have the can't say bad words rule in your server. Yes, you do. You do, Falcon. So, yeah, we want something with delta x, right? So I could use either this equation, I could use this equation, I could use this equation, or I could use this equation, right? I don't think I want to use this one. Because this deals with final velocity. I don't have the final velocity. I could solve for it again, but that's just extra steps. Oh, yeah, you can have it. You're cool, Ace. You're fine, dude. Yeah, one sec. I'll give you the bad words. Can say bad words. Yeah, just don't abuse it. Okay. So, I think we want to use this one. Because this has nothing to do with a final velocity. The initial velocity we're going to assume is 0. Because we're going to assume it takes off at rest. And everything else we have, right? I have acceleration. That's right here. I have the time. That's right here. And I have what I'm looking for, which is delta x. So now you just plug this in, right? This is just delta x is equal to 1/2. And then that's going to be 3.2 times 32.8 squared. Which, yeah, we can get a calculator. Pull it up. What is it? 0.5 times 3.2 times 32.8 squared. Cool. So that gets you 1721. Whatever. We'll just round it. I mean, technically, physics doesn't get so mad with significant figures. That's like, for whatever reason, that's just a chemistry thing. Chemistry just loves sig figs. I don't know what chemistry's unhealthy obsession is with sig figs. And like Rampton, also, you know, like sig figs is a lie, right? It's just a lazy way to do like error analysis, error propagation.
Sig figs is a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. Like significant figures is just a lazy way to do error propagation.
Yeah.
Because technically,
yeah, I mean, typically.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, they propagate differently, right?
I think I use like 3 significant figures. Makes sense. Because like the error, like, so I remember, like, this is actually another thing where, I remember I found out in my lab course where if your answer, so there was a bunch of formulas. I may have to look through it again, but like essentially each time you
do an operation like like adding and like multiplying, like there are different. And it's like delta x over x or something, right? It's like the relative error.
Yeah. I remember something like that. Yeah, for each like operation, there's a certain amount of error that you would get.
Yeah, and
you can do a formula to figure out what's the total final answer.
Yeah.
Where like what would be the total amount of error, and then you want your total amount of error to be under.
Yeah, it was this, right? My Hebes are fucking GB'd. The Hebes.
It's just, and then you want it to be under like 5%.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's also very easy because if you always do your calculations in variables, then you can just, for every step, you could just do the calculations plugging in all of the original values.
Yeah.
And so every calculation itself would just only have one rounding.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Instead of like, you know what I mean? Like if there's 5 answers that I need to know, like instead of taking the first answer that I rounded and then put it into the second formula, I just use the variables to like solve the problem based on variables. So then the second equation hasn't been like a rounded answer because it's all in terms of variables. So there's only one like rounding that I'm doing. because like every number that was in the second equation was original values. It didn't come anything from the first equation. But like sometimes like for labs, this is like the useful thing.
Yeah, yeah, and they always make this like a question, like in chemistry labs. They're like, oh, what's the error? And like you have to do this, and this, I don't know, this becomes like such a pain in the ass, right? Because it's like, oh, delta x over x, and then does it square here, and then like this looks like the Pythagorean theorem almost, right? For like adding things, I guess is what this is. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like the first one is like if you have a linear combination of something that you've rounded, essentially linear combination being like there is no squares or anything. So we have like a times x. If you rounded the x, the amount of error gets multiplied by the factor in front. That's your.
But the plus minus doesn't change it. Yeah, this plus or minus b doesn't change it.
Is just a constant. Right?
Exactly.
It just shifts it, so it doesn't really change it. And then with addition and subtraction, you essentially the amount of error in the first one and the second one, you kind of have to take their like this is kind of like so-called their average, right? Right. Like the error in the first one squared plus error in the second one squared.
But it's not the relative, and it's not even the relative error. That comes here when you start multiplying stuff. Then it's a relative error, right? Because it's delta x over x.
Yeah, I think that's the next line essentially. What it's saying is like the total amount of error over z is the relative. Yeah, as you said, it's the relative error equals to the relative error squared.
Yeah. This ends up messing me up. I was just like, oh man. Especially if it's like multiple things. If you're like multiplying and then you're dividing and then you're adding and then, like you said, you can come up with an overall equation for it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a mess. Yeah. But anyway, so 3 sig figs Janaya. I feel like this one would be 1720 meters. You tell me, Janaya, does that make more sense to you? Like, did the process help you out?
Wait, which page is this that you're doing the notes in? Because I wanted to just, if you want.
If you want to log, like, you can log in.
Essentially, how these errors also come, because it's like somewhat intuitive, actually. Sure. Not intuitive, but like you can do a little bit of like a 2-step operation. Yeah. And I think I remember.
Oh wait, I gave one to you. Yeah, you give one ropes. Okay. Yeah. Do you know the login for it?
Actually, wait. Let me first do it on my own, just so that.
Okay, cool.
Watching this on stream.
You're good.
I'll do this.
Here, let me see. Is Sarah here? Sarah asked a question. Sarah's a new student. What's up, Sarah? Sarah asked a question. 14 minutes ago.
Not second the question now.
Let's see if Sarah's around. Sarah.
What did you Google for the error?
I just said error propagation. Here, I can dump it for you. Here.
Oh, error prop.
I just said error propagation. There you go. That's what it is. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? Welcome. You need some help with logarithms? Janaya, I'll help you with the other questions if you want. Let me just help Sarah out real quick because she just submitted one, and then if we got time, we can go through the other ones. So these are logarithms. Yeah, logarithms are tricky sometimes, but there's only really like a couple rules you have to know, Sarah. So if you have the ln of, let's say, a times b, or here, let me use a different color. Whatever, use b. ln of a times b. This is the same thing as the ln of a plus the ln of b. Okay, this is a useful one to know. And then there's this one. ln of, we can say, or here, I can actually just use copy that. Okay, whatever. A over b. No. And that's going to be equal to, this is the ln of a minus the ln of b. That's what it's going to be. So here, I'll show you that. Yeah. Okay. If you know these rules, you're pretty good. There's like one other one that's useful, and it's like ln of a to the b. If you have the ln of a to the b, that's going to be the same thing as b ln of a. Okay. Were you ever taught these ones, Sarah? Did you ever see these? Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, let's go into this. So when we're doing this, it's kind of like order of operations too, right? You want to go from left to right, especially if it's just plus, minus, and stuff. So here I'm going to do the ln of A plus the ln of B, which I know from here, right? If I have the ln of two things added to each other, it's the same as the ln of all those things being multiplied, okay? So that's going to get me just from this part alone, right? This is going to get me the ln of A times B, and then we have some other ones here. So now I got minus the ln of C minus the ln of D, all right? Now we have to look at these as a group. So let's remember, if I have the ln of something minus the ln of something else, that's the ln of those things divided by each other. So this is going to become the ln of AB divided by C, okay? And then we still have the minus ln of D here. And then this is the last part we're going to do here, Sarah, right? I'm going to take, I have the ln of something minus the ln of something. That's the ln of the two things divided by each other. So that's going to end up being ln of AB over C divided by D. Now this may be a little confusing. When people see like fractions divided by things, you know, like this kind of like messes people up. I always like to say it's just dividing fractions easy as pie, flip the second and multiply. So if you have AB over C divided by D, they also call it like keep, change, flip, I think. It's like keep, then you change this to multiplication, and then you need to flip this. This is the same thing as D over 1. So we're going to make that, sort of flip this. This is now going to become 1 over D. Okay. So these two multiply, and you're just going to get AB over CD. Yeah, keep, change, flip. That's what you use? Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. So then your final answer is just ln of AB. You know, I was not taught keep, change, flip when, you know, I took math. Mine was that cute little riddle rhyme thing. Why would it not be ABD divided by C? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because you're wondering. I thought when you multiply the reciprocal, so the reciprocal means you flip it, right? So here again, ln of something minus ln of something else is this thing divided by this thing. So it's AB over C divided by D. I like to write it this way, like in a line, because if you write it this way, like AB over C divided by D, yeah, some people get kind of weird with this. Like, wait, where does this go? Dividing by D is the same thing as multiplying by 1 over D. So this whole thing is getting multiplied by 1 over D. And so the D is going to stay on the bottom. Does it make sense? Yeah? I know, that's tricky. Usually when you see like fractions, you're just like, wait a minute, does this like go up here or something? Like how it flips? I know. It's kind of weird. Something I've kind of gotten the habit of doing is if I have, for instance, let's say I have like 5 over, I don't know, 3 times 6, right? This is the same thing, right, as 5, I would say like 3. You can put this in your calculator as 5 divided by 3 divided by 6. So I like to think of these as like just more divisions you're doing. So if you look at, well, look, 5 over 3, and then that whole thing divided by 6 again, you get the same thing, which is 5 over 3 times 6. Sarah says, would it be wrong if I did A plus B first with C and D together, and then A, B, and C, D together instead of left to right, or would I get the same result? You got to be tricky. You got to be careful with that. Basically, because like it's you're grouping is what you're doing. So you're saying like, if I had done this. So you were like, oh, cool, let me do this one first. And then let me do this one. The issue is that you'd have to like carry the minus sign over is what you'd have to do, right? If you're going to group them like this, you're only allowed to group stuff when they're all just pluses. If things are like adding and subtracting, then the order does matter. But if you do this, like let's say for instance this was plus negative c, and then this was plus negative d. Now you can group them. So now you could do this, and then you could say plus, and then what would this? It would be negative d plus negative d. Sorry, negative ln of c plus negative ln of d. This would end up being, right, ln of AB, and then this would be plus, and then this is kind of weird, right? Negative, I'll show you how it works. It's kind of cool. So it's plus negative ln of C minus ln of D, which is the same as plus negative ln of D. So now these get kind of weird. So you're not going to get the same result because, well, you will get the same result. I'll show you how. This minus out front is the same thing as a minus 1 times this, if that makes sense. All right, the minus in the front of it. Which, let's remember from our log rule. Where was our log rule here, right? When you have a number multiplying outside the ln, you can also bring it to the top of the exponent like that. So if I have, for instance, have like 5 ln of x, this is the same thing as x of ln of x to the 5th. Do you see how this thing like comes to the front, comes to the top? Why that's important here, I'll show you, is that this minus in front of here is not, this minus 1 is going to come up here as a c to the minus 1. Okay? So now you have the ln of c to the minus 1, which is the same thing as 1 over c. And then this is minus ln of d. Okay? Now, when you do the ln of two things subtracted from each other, that's going to be the ln of 1 over c divided by d, right? Which, remember, keep, change, flip. That's the same thing as ln of 1 over c times 1 over d, which is the same thing as ln of 1 over cd. Do you see that, Sarah? Let me know if I went too fast on that. I can slow it down. No, you gotta understand. Okay, cool. And then when you add these two, right? Do you see how, like, now I have ln of something plus ln of something? So now they multiply. So then that's ln of AB over CD. So that would get the same answer. But you have to be careful and turn everything into pluses if you're going to do that. If you were to do this by itself, right? Yeah, this would be ln of C over D, which would be wrong. Because then this would be ln of AB. And now if you subtract these two, you know, you're dividing by this, then you would get your ABD over C, which is not correct. So, yeah, it has to do, the grouping's tricky. Just make sure everything's pluses. Or go left to right. Yeah, oh, awesome, great. Yeah, I'm glad that helped. Nice, good job, Sarah. How'd you find us, Sarah? Did someone invite you? Do you find us on Twitch, YouTube, Discord? I don't know. TikTok. See? Yeah, that TikTok thing works. Sensation. I need to do your idea of like going live on TikTok, but yeah, just having like a banner that says, "Hey, go to Twitch."
just me sitting there screaming, "Join the Twitch! Join the Twitch! Do it! Go on!"
That's dope.
That was me asking about the rational function. Oh, nice. Yeah. You wanted, yeah, if you need help with that, Sarah, like, I'm happy to explain it to you one-on-one here. We'll do it on the stream. That's totally cool. I do need to make a video on it. I have a huge list of videos I need to make for TikTok, and they just take so much time. Rampton might start making some TikTok videos, though, so maybe he can, like, might start making some stats videos. Stats would be cool. Raspberry Pi 3, ooh. Wait, they have a third revision now?
I think it's 5 now, isn't it?
Oh, I have the OG one. I think I have the OG Raspberry Pi. Nice. Rampton, did you wanna talk about, like, what was it? Propagation of errors and stuff? Is that what you want to talk about? Wait, Rampton's getting a...
Oh, my games. So many games.
So many games. Yeah. Sensation is a connoisseur of old video games. Yeah. So Sarah, yeah, you get a coin in our server for asking a question. If you ask, you'll see there's a bunch of things you can do to get points, and we buy gift cards for students, you know, once they do enough of those things. So I would say, yeah, come for the free help, and then you can stay for the prizes. Yeah. Let's see, 1K has a question about isosceles triangles. Okay, 1K. trying to think what...
plus 60 plus 60.
Yeah, they are 60 degrees. That's true. So actually, it's too funny. If 1K, if you really wanted to like flex on your teacher, we could like show that the dot product of this stuff is like 60 degrees. Like if we really want to flex. But okay, yeah. Isosceles. What we know about isosceles triangles are that two of the sides have to be the same. Okay. So just looking at this, right? I think the two sides. Oh wait, no. Sorry, that's equilateral where they're all the same. We only need two sides that are the same. So I think it's gonna be this side and this side. Are gonna be the two sides that are the same 1K. Let's see, is 1K in the chat? Yo, what's up? Yeah, good to see you, bro. Oh, he's in the Twitch. All right, all good. So you basically just have to show. So you have to show that these are the same length. Okay, that's all you have to do. So what we can do then, right, is calculate the length of AB, and we can calculate the length of BC. All right. In order to do so, we got to use the distance formula for the distance between 2 points, which is funny. It also is kind of like based on triangles. The distance formula is basically creating another triangle. I'll show you how it works. It's actually kind of cool. Here, let's do the distance for BC. So the equation for this is going to be the square root, and we're going to say like it's x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. Okay. So let's call this like 0.1. Let's call this 0.2. So x2 minus x1, that's going to be 2 minus negative 2. Okay, so we're going to have here we have square root. And we say 2 minus negative 2 squared. So how do I show my work? Yeah, we're going to show you right here. Yeah, it's all good. And then y2 minus y1. So that's going to be negative 8 minus negative 2. Minus negative 2. And that's all squared. Minus is a plus. So this goes to plus. Goes to plus. So we end up getting the square root of 4 squared, which is 16, plus the square root of, what is that, negative 6 squared, which is 36. And that gets me that, that's equal to the square root of 52. Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's the distance from B to C. Okay. And actually, it's kind of cool. You can kind of see where this came from. So this 2 minus negative 2, this whole thing, right, being like 4 squared, that's this. This distance from here to here is 4. And then this, right, being 6 squared, that's the distance, that's the change in the y. That's this. That ends up being 6. This makes a new right triangle, is what it does. You see how this is another right triangle? And then this diagonal here is what you're looking for, right? And so if you remember by the Pythagorean theorem, right, this would be 4 squared plus 6 squared, right, is equal to whatever, the distance squared, we can say like c squared. So if you square root both sides, that's where the distance formula comes from. Look how this, look, do you see how this basically becomes like, right, c is equal to the square root of this 4 squared plus 6 squared? It's the same thing here, right? It was the square root of the 4 squared plus 6 squared. You're just finding the hypotenuse of like a triangle. That's all it is. But they make you memorize the formula. But if you ever forget it, just remember, you're just doing triangles. That's all you're doing. Okay, so then if you wanted to show what the distance for AB is, okay, same thing. So we're going to call this 0.2. I'll call this 0.1. So y2, x2 minus x1. So that's 4 minus negative 2. So that's 6. So here, you can do this. You can say 4 minus, so just say 4 minus negative 2 squared plus 2 minus negative 2 squared. And that gets me the square root of 6 squared plus 4 squared, which is equal to the square root of 36 plus 16, which, lo and behold, is equal to the square root of 52. So, because AB is the same length as BC, well, I was dyslexic, I wrote 25, 52. There we go, okay. Because the distance of AB is the same as distance for BC, they are isosceles. So that's what you can say. You say, look, AB, where's that? AB equals BC. So, triangle ABC is isosceles. Nice. Good job, 1K.
Nice.
Hey, you're welcome.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, there you go. That's, yeah, sometimes you need the work. That's where it comes from. Cool. Nice. Good job, 1K. What's going on in UK land, Sensation? Anything crazy?
The only meaningful thing that's happened recently is ducks have been leaving the local river and coming to sit in the middle of the town centre. And
Doctors?
it made international headlines, which is weird. Sorry,
Doctors?
can you not hear me properly?
No, I can hear you. Did you say docks? Or ducks? Ducks. Oh. You know the ducks are free, right? Like
Free.
You can take them home with you. Yeah, they're free. It's a little known secret. The ducks are free. You just got to change the batteries. Or wait, what's the name of your town again? Sorry, it's Lancaster?
Thirsk.
Or Thirsk?
THIRSK.
Oh wow. So it's like thirst, but with a K.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, let's look up the headlines.
Hurricane Milton.
Fucking Milton, dude. Who comes? I always wonder who comes up with the names for the hurricanes. Community comes together to help ducks cross street every night. What? Residents of Thirsk, a town in northeast England, have been proud of their thriving duck population. So when they noticed their beloved ducks were struggling, they knew they had to step up. The ducks travel from the river to the parking lot where they sleep. Oh, they sleep in the parking lot. Oh, that's so nice. Oh wow. So y'all have started taking care of the ducks. That's the.
It was on TikTok and everything.
I thought they were chose alphabetically. Oh, are they? Oh, for the storms? Yeah, but how do they come up with the names though? We got a video for it.
Somebody's wife.
Well, they're in the cone, so they could be in the cone area.
Oh my god, I'm loving this audio, dude. Here, I'll post it for you since you're gonna watch it. So wait, they're using the cones to try to guide the ducks? Is that what they're doing? Excuse me. Also, why is this recorded on a potato camera? Oh my gosh.
Northeast England, we're all very poor.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, okay, here are the ducks. Yeah. We set the cones out before they arrive at the river, and okay. Do you know this person?
Yeah.
There's not that many people in your town, I guess, right?
It's what, 4,000 people spread out over a big distance.
Yeah. So you start to know who the community leaders are, I guess. Duck wardens hold nightly patrols to protect town's flock. Okay, so yeah, y'all are now famous for having duck wardens. Yeah, look at this. You're on a bunch of MSN. Wow, BBC. That's pretty crazy. How are the names chosen? The names are given to the hurricanes are pretty much already set. There are 6 alphabetical lists of names for the Atlantic hurricanes maintained by the World Meteorological Organization, and they're rotated through every 6 years. In the United States, names given to hurricanes during World War II corresponded to radio code names. Right, okay, so like, Abel, Baker, Charlie. It's not Alpha? You know, why do they use Baker?
No, that's a modern invention.
Really? Alpha Beta is a modern invention? Or Alpha Baker is, or sorry, Abel Baker?
Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, etc. is a modern invention.
Oh, interesting.
During World War II, it was something very strange.
Oh, really?
And it was different for you and us, so everyone got together and went, no, we need, like, something we can all know.
We need a standard. Yeah, like Lima. Lima's always an interesting one. Like Lima, Indigo. I was just like, what? Some weird ones. The current system of alternating male and female names came into use for the Pacific storms in 1978 and the Atlantic storms in 1979. Okay. Recycled every 6 years. That is, 2003 list was used again in 2009, 2004, 2010, and so on. So I wonder if this would be kind of cool if by chance 2 major storms had the same name, right? Everyone knows about you know, like Katrina. Everyone knows about Hurricane Katrina. That's the one that like wrecked New Orleans. I remember because like a ton of people from New Orleans came to like my town to just live because like they didn't have houses anymore. And then I think Sandy Hook was the other one. Well, that was a shooting too, I think. Sandy Hook was a shooting, but I think it was Hurricane Sandy, and I think it also messed up Sandy Hook. Like it's just kind of a. Katrina was based. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was real bad. Yeah. Wait. Was it Hurricane Sandy? Tropical storm Hurricane Sandy? Yeah. Okay. Hurricane Andrew, Katrina, and Sandy. Yeah, these are the big ones that I remember. I remember Katrina. Helene, yeah, has been wrecking North Carolina, which is so bad because they're about to get hit again. Well, not North Carolina. Sorry. Yeah, North Carolina got wrecked, but Florida also got like kind of wrecked, not that bad, but now they're really getting wrecked with this new hurricane coming in. Milton, right? Is that what we said, Milton?
Wait, how does something wreck Florida and North Carolina? But
no, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, no, it traveled. Yeah, here we can look at it. Helene path
Wait,
map.
where's Georgia?
No, I'll show you. No, it is weird. Yeah, so
Texas, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Yeah, this is it. Okay. So, yeah. So it had its most strength right in Florida. But then I think for whatever reason like something happened in like North Carolina, and also North Carolina is not used to this. So they don't have the infrastructure for it. Like Florida is used to getting battered like every, couple weeks. And so they don't have the infrastructure for it. And yeah, also no one in North Carolina, especially it's like here in like West North Carolina. It's kind of in like in the Appalachians. It's up in the hills and stuff. No one has flood insurance because you never needed flood insurance. Like you weren't really worried about getting flood. You're in the mountains, yeah. But apparently, yeah, it just got absolutely wrecked, dude. Oh, it's your birthday, 1K. Happy birthday, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, man, dude. Awesome. Do you do anything fun? I'll buy you a beer. Yeah, when you're older.
It's 18 here. Come for a pie.
No, I think it's 16. It's 16 in England, right? You can have a beer with your parents at 16, I think, right?
Well, you can have. There isn't a lower limit at home. There is in pubs. You can sort of go in. Yeah, anyway. It's 18.
It's 18. It's basically 18. You got new headphones. Nice, dude. What type of headphones you got? Show us or tell us.
Unless you go out drinking with your mates at the park, and then you can be about 12.
Yeah, with the yabos. JBL, nice. Yeah, JBL's good. I have a lot of JBL speakers. Sarah's got another question here. Let's see. All right, go away, Olaf. Okay, are they asking you to graph this, Sarah? Is that the question? Asking you to graph this? Cool. All right. First thing I would do whenever I see something like this, we did this earlier on the stream, is I try to factor as much as I can. All right. So I notice I can pull an X out of it. Yeah, exactly, Ace. Ace is like factor. Yeah, man.
Perfect.
So we're going to pull an X out of the top. Okay. So I'm going to have X. And then we're going to have 3x squared plus 2. Okay. And then I can also pull an X out of the bottom. All right. So let's pull an X out as well. So now we have X. And then this is going to be X squared plus 4x minus 5. Okay. So yeah, right off the bat, we're going to make things simpler here, Sarah, right? Because I'm going to cancel these x's out. Goodbye. So those are done. We don't got to deal with those anymore, all right? Then we're going to look and see if we can factor stuff even more. So I can't really factor this anymore. If it was a difference of squares, I maybe could. That would be cool, but it's not. This I can factor, right? Exactly. Yeah, good. Ace is right. So again, we ask what multiplies to -5 but adds up to 4, positive 4. Yeah, that's going to be positive 5 and -1. These multiply to -5. They add up to 4. So that's going to get us 3x squared plus 2. And then we're going to have x plus 5, x minus 1. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, the reason why we factor is that's going to help us with graphing this. These are quadratic equations. They are quadratic, technically. Yeah, because they have an x squared and an x in them. So that makes them quadratic. What's up, Ranton?
All right, sorry. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I was taking a phone call
Oh, you're all good.
Yeah, I also took a look at it, and the error calculations involves derivatives, so I'm not gonna.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah,
Go
the
into-
kids
to
would
it,
really get it.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it would make easier sense if I were to show how they are done, but typically there's a thing called a variation that you need to do some partial derivatives, and I was like, it's
We're not gonna do
a
part.
lot of people are gonna be like lost over that.
Yeah. No, you're all good. All good. So Sarah, what we're gonna do next, right? When graphing this is I'm gonna try to figure out where all the asymptotes are. Okay. And I like to figure out where the vertical asymptotes are. Those are pretty fun to find. You're just trying to figure out where the denominator goes to 0. And so you can see here, Sarah, that happens when x is equal to -5 and when x is equal to 1, right? If I plug in -5 for x, this is going to go to 0, which is going to be a problem because then we're dividing by 0. That makes it a vertical asymptote. And also, if I plugged in x equals 1, then this thing would go to 0. Okay? So what I can write here, I'm halfway done, starting to make sense. Okay, nice. Good, I'm glad it is. If anything's still giving you trouble, Janaya, just let me know, and I'll go through it. I think I got a little bit more time. Okay, so we have vertical asymptotes at x is equal to -5, x is equal to +1. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, well, here, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. We're going to draw those vertical asymptotes. So at x equals -5, I'm going to need to have a vertical asymptote here. So let's do that. Let's put it there. There we go. That's going to be a vertical asymptote, right? And then we're going to have another vertical asymptote at, or here, actually, let me just make it like really big. So let's do this way. Okay. We got one at -5. And then we also have one at +1. Okay? Make sense so far, Sarah? Like finding the vertical asymptotes? Have you done this before? Yes? Okay, great. Awesome. The next thing I'm going to do is find the horizontal asymptotes. All right? To do the horizontal asymptotes, I'm actually going to look at it in this form. This makes more sense to me than like trying to find them in this form. So I have a video on this on TikTok. Did you find me through my asymptotes video, or was it through I forget which video you found me through. But I have a video on asymptotes. Where is it? Dot products. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, graphing polynomials? Cool. Oh, yeah. Graphing like them in factored form. Okay, so here's an earlier video I did way back in 2022. And this shows you how to find the horizontal asymptotes. So if you want to watch it at some point, it's pretty cool. But, and there are two ways. You can do it with limits or you can just do the trick. I'm going to show you the trick because the trick is easier. And what happens is you need to look at what the highest power of x is on the top and the bottom, okay? Since the highest power of x on the top is x squared and the highest power on the bottom is also x squared, that means this is going to have a horizontal asymptote at y is equal to, and it's going to be dividing the coefficient on the top by the coefficient on the bottom. And so coefficient refers to this. So here we're going to say that there is a horizontal asymptote, and that's going to be at y is equal to, oh, you can't hear anything? Uh-oh. Oh, okay, all right, never mind. Okay. Tell me, what was the last thing you could hear, Sarah?
Yeah, that was weird. I tried to say something, but you couldn't hear me.
Oh, I couldn't? Oh, I can hear you now. Oh, something weird? Okay. Oh, about the TikToks? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying that, oh, wow. Okay, something's really messing up right now. Yeah, that TikTok I sent you, that's the video I have on how to find the different types of horizontal asymptotes. So, what the trick says is that if I look at my this is called a rational function, I guess, right? Because you have stuff on the top, stuff on the bottom. If the highest power on the top is the same as the highest power on the bottom, then there's a horizontal asymptote at y is equal to the coefficient on the top, so the number in front of that biggest power divided by the number in front of the biggest power on the bottom. So this is a 1. So that's going to be y is equal to 3 over 1. So that's just equal to 3. Okay. So I'm going to draw a horizontal asymptote here at y equals 3. So we're going to do this. Okay. Does that make sense? This is a trick. Yeah, it turns out if the highest power on the bottom is bigger than the highest power on the top, then the horizontal asymptote is at y equals 0. So if this was like an x to the 4th, then it would be 0. And then if the highest power on the top is bigger than the highest power on the bottom, then there is no horizontal asymptote. It just goes to infinity. Unless it's bigger by just a factor of 1, then technically there's what's called an oblique asymptote. It's a slant asymptote. It's kind of weird. Those you'll end up seeing, they do something like this. Yeah, they're like slanted. But watch that video. I go over like how to find the slant asymptotes. For now, this isn't too bad. Okay, so now I know what my graph looks like. The last part is kind of like figuring out, where stuff goes, right? Is it like this? Is it like this? Is it like this? Is it like this? Like this? Like, you don't know, right? The way to test this, right, is to pick points. So I'm going to pick a point over here. I'm going to pick a point here. And then I'm going to pick a point here. And that'll tell me, where it is relative to the horizontal asymptote, the blue line. Because I know it's either going to do, it's going to do something like this, or it's going to do something like this. And then it's either going to do something like this, or it's going to do something like this. And it's either going to do something like this, or it's going to do something like this. So on all the different sections created by the pink lines, the vertical asymptotes, we need to figure out where it is above or below the horizontal asymptote, which is the blue one. So I'm just going to plug values in. So 0 is cool. 0 is a great number, right? So if I plug 0 into here for x, right, that's going to get me 0 plus 2 over positive 5 times negative 1. So that's going to get me negative 2/5, right? That's way down here, right? So, I mean, I could put the point here. But now that I know that's the point, I can draw my graph. I can draw the part of my graph now. Let's do this. What color do I want to do this in? Gold? I like gold. Gold's a cool color. So let's do that. So that's going to have to do something like this, Sarah. Okay? Because remember, the lines always, they approach these asymptotes, but they never touch them. So they get very close to them. Okay? So there you go. We found that. So then let's find something further out. So let's look at, I don't know, let's say 1, 2. We could do 2. 2 is good. Let's plug x equals 2, right? Plug x equals 2 into here. I end up getting 3 times 4 plus 2. Right, 2 squared is 4. Over, and then that's going to be 7. Like 2 plus 5 is 7. And then 1. What do you mean that the x graph has more x-intercepts? Correct. It does. Yeah, so we haven't found any of the x-intercepts, actually. Yeah. And actually, yeah, that's a cool thing you bring up. You bring up something interesting. Because that actually could help me out here. Because I already know it has 2 x-intercepts, right? Here and here. So, that's kind of cool. So technically, I actually already know what happens. I know it does this and this. It must. Because otherwise, it would have another x-intercept. Nice! Good to see you, Taco. So anyways, you plug 3 in, right? So this is going to get me 12... did we do this correctly? Oh, thank you. I do need a drink. Thank you so much. Need some water. All right. So this would be 12 plus 2, so this is going to be equal to 14 over 7, which is equal to 2. Dr. Gold, what are your thoughts on Skibidi Toilet? Oh, no. Let me see. Did I do this right? 14. No, 12, 14, 2 plus 5, 7. Yeah, it's 2. Okay, so at 4, it's at 2. Oh, so that's actually below. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so then that says it's doing this then, I guess? Oh, okay. I may have done something wrong. We'll have to check. Okay. And then I'm going to check another point.
I'm assuming there are no limits yet, right?
They haven't done limits yet, no.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So if I plug in -6, let's plug that into here. That's 3 times 36 plus 2 all over, and then -6 plus 5 is going to be -1, and then that's going to be -7. This thing's a monster, right? 3 times 36, that's, was that 90 something? 108? 108. 108 over 7, so it's 110 over 7. Which that's big. That's at least like 20 or something. So that tells me that that's going to be doing this. Yeah, that's going to be doing this. I feel like something's wrong with this. I want this to do this.
I think...
What did I do wrong, Rampton? What did I do wrong?
One of the things I haven't noticed the right part, but one thing I was going to say, the middle part, it doesn't necessarily always have to go to the asymptote, right? So that middle part between the two vertical lines, it doesn't always have to actually go touch the horizontal asymptote.
Oh, you mean it could do like this?
Yeah, that's true. But I'm saying also it doesn't have to like go like it can. What's it called? It can do like a U thing below the x-axis, right? So like for example.
Oh, thank you. You're so right.
Here.
I could do this.
Like essentially, yeah, exactly. I think because like if you want to find out where it crosses the x-axis, you have to like set that function equal to like 0, which means that you actually have to find out where 3x squared plus 2 is 0, which is never.
Exactly.
Right, and then
never
find out. Yeah. So and I think as you did before, I think you plugged in what was it -6? Oh no, -4, something like that.
Oh, I plugged in 0 just to get this.
Yeah,
I plugged in
0. Yeah. 0 also makes it. And then at x equals to 0, you get...
So you're right. So it is like this. Yeah, so yeah, Rampton brings up a good point, Sarah. There actually never is an x-intercept. Because, Rampton's right. In order for us to get 0 on the top, that's the only way we get y equals to 0. I need 3x squared plus 2 to equal 0, but this can't happen. Because this gets me, what? 3x squared is equal to -2. So x squared is equal to -2/3, but you can't take the square root of negative numbers. No. So that doesn't work. Yeah, so there are no x-intercepts, actually, so this doesn't hit. So then this has to be wrong, right? This has to be doing this. Would it cross at 0, -2/5? It would cross the y-axis. You're correct about that. Right? Yeah, 0, -2/5. That's the thing here. So I guess it would do this technically, right? Yeah, it probably does this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Looks something like that. But it definitely has to approach the pink asymptote line. That it has to approach. Let's check here. I think something's wrong here.
I think if you just plug in like a number like bigger than 1, which is like 2, you would just get positive everywhere, right?
All right. Yeah, well, let's see. Well, so if I plug in 2, right, that's 3 times 2 squared, so that's 3 times 4, plus 2, that's 14. Then we have 2 plus 5, which is 7, and then 2 minus 1 is 1. 14 over 7 is 2. So that's below, right? That's below my horizontal asymptote. Did I do something? Did I do something wrong? One sec. Let's check. Where's Desmos? Yeah. Okay, so we have 3x squared plus 2 divided by, and it was x, what was it, x minus 5, x plus 1, or x plus 5, x minus 1. Yeah, it says it comes from above. That makes sense. Why am I getting... Sorry, I'm having like a brain moment, I guess.
Yeah. I think... Yeah, I'm trying to also do this without doing limits. So I think it goes below the
it goes below the horizontal asymptote, and then it... Like, what?
Then it approaches it as it goes to infinity.
That's super weird.
Yeah, I'm also trying to do this without talking about limits and derivatives.
Yeah.
Which is why I was like also trying to like do it. But yeah, I think
Yeah, that's super weird.
Sometimes maybe plugging in like two numbers might be.
Oh, she says, yeah, she does understand limit and derivatives if we want to mention that. Yeah. Well, that's just the limit as x approaches infinity.
Yeah, so one of the things I like to do is like, so there is a thing called the 1 plus, right? Like 1, and then we put a small plus on top.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I like to do is like, just put the 1 plus into that, yeah.
Of this, right? 3x squared plus 2.
Yeah, so approaching it from the right side.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you...
So we think it puts something like slightly higher than 1, right?
Yeah, essentially. Like, I mean, I would say like put 1.1 if you don't understand limits, but if you understand limits, then you just put 1 plus. And at this point, it really doesn't matter what the value is.
Right, it's just positive or negative, right? And then this is going to be 6, but then this is like
times
basically
0 plus.
It's like 0 plus. Yeah, I like saying 0 plus. Yeah. It's like 0, but it's slightly positive.
Yeah. So if you're dividing by a positive number, which is, and then 6 times 0 plus is like still 0 plus.
It's still 0
like
plus,
a very
right?
small number. And if you're dividing 6 by or 5 by a very small number, you should get positive infinity.
Positive infinity, yeah.
And then,
so that means as we're approaching from the left, that it has to do. Yeah, it does have to do this.
And
the weird thing is that it crosses. It's so weird that it crosses.
So what you want to do is take the derivative and figure out where it's 0.
Good.
And when you take the derivative and equate, which is a horrendous thing with this one.
This is horrendous. But, I don't want to take the derivative.
But I mean, from a technical standpoint, if you do take the derivative, you're gonna get at least 1 point where the derivative is 0, which is that middle u. And then the right side, you would end up getting a point which is 0 as well. Because if it doesn't go below and come back up, it means that there is no point of returning. So if it didn't do that, then there would be no point where the derivative would be 0. But if it does do that, then the derivative would be 0 at some point past 1. And that gives you like there is a turning point for this. Right? But without the derivative, I honestly wouldn't know if this actually dips down.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either. Yeah, because this looks like it must dip right around. It looks like it must dip around 3. It dips at 3, and then it goes up. But wait, what is it approaching over here?
It's approaching 3.
No.
You said that part. Like that part is correct.
Oh, okay.
What's the what
was the original equation
again? I'm just gonna put.
Oh yeah. Sorry, the horizontal asymptote was at 3. Yeah. You're right. Yes. So it is approaching 3. Okay. So it doesn't cross again. It doesn't cross again. It just crosses once. Sorry. Yeah. This is what I meant to draw here.
I mean, sometimes you can also just put this into Wolfram Alpha.
Yeah.
I would say. So.
Yeah. So Sarah, if you wanted to figure out where it dips, like Ramton said, you technically have to take the derivative of this, which is kind of messy. I mean, this would be messier. It actually wouldn't be too bad to do this, right, Ramton? Because that's just a quotient rule. Have you taken calculus, Sarah, yet? Have you taken calculus? I have. This is for my pre-calc class. Wait, you've taken calculus, but you're doing it for pre-calc. Yeah. So you're not supposed to know the dip then. Yeah, she doesn't want to use derivatives.
So,
I don't think there's a way to figure out where that dip is without using a derivative. Do you think so, Ramton?
Yeah, I don't think you would know. Yeah, so if you take the derivative of this, you would get this kind of nasty looking fraction.
Right.
And then if you set that equals to 0, I wouldn't bother showing you the fraction. But then you would get...
What does it get for it? I'm just curious. Here, actually,
the solutions are 17 over 12.
Ew.
Or like
17 over 12?
No, there's more to it. 17 over 12 minus square root of 385 over 12.
Oh, Sarah says from the remainder function. Okay. She said we do long division and set the numerator and the denominator to 0.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How's that working?
Like
what's
they
up,
do
Nick?
a
You're
long
back.
division and then
With what? Are they doing long division of this with one of the factors?
I think if they do long division
On the whole
because this
thing?
is, like they're both in terms of like the because both in terms of what's it called, the highest order is x squared, they would get like some full number plus
Yeah.
some other fraction, but I don't know if that would actually help to figure out.
Well, let's see.
Dips
X squared
below.
plus 4x minus 4. What's up, Nick? Good to see you, dude. He's back from the dead. Yeah, because if I long division this, right, this goes in what 3x times. Well, first of all, sorry, I gotta put like plus 0x plus 2. Then
Just the x would be it.
sorry, it's just 3 actually. Sorry, I'm wrong with that. Right, sorry. That's 3x squared
Oh, yeah,
plus.
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Plus 12x minus 15, right? So now if I subtract these, goes away, and this is negative 12x plus 17. So this is my remainder, I guess. So
Yeah,
okay, so
then it
that's
would look
3.
like- so it'd be 3 plus a fraction, which is
All over x squared plus 4x minus 5. Oh, and is this where the 17 over 12 comes from?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
I've never done it this way specifically. I think because if you do this, I'm trying to figure out. So there's the 3.
That's so interesting. I've never seen, dude. That's some new math, bro. I've never seen like use the remainder function for it. Like, excuse me, what? That's kind of cool. She said, use long division, set the numerator denominator equal to 0.
Oh, I see what it is. Okay, sorry.
So is it where the remainder blows up? Or where the remainder blows up? That's the horizontal. That's the vertical asymptotes.
No, I think so. Wait, are you on the file? I can't
Yeah, let me go for it. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. So I think what she means is when is that second fraction equals to 0 now?
Yeah.
Because that would be the point. I don't think this still doesn't give you the turning point. But
Right.
if you set that second fraction to 0, that gives you where the line crosses that y equals 3.
Ooh, I like that.
So that gives you the intercept with the y equals to 3,
Mm-hmm.
which if you do that, I think you would get like that.
Yeah, that's the 12 over 17. Or
Yeah,
17
but
over
then that
12.
would, so x equals to 17 over 12 would be the intercept with the,
Got you.
But to find the lowest point, I feel like you just have to do it.
Should I always do long division for rationals? Yeah, I guess not a bad idea. It's not wrong. Yeah, it's another way of doing it. I've never seen that actually before, Sarah. That's cool. You taught me something today. I haven't seen. Usually this doesn't happen. Usually this would be like this, and we're cool, happy. But your teacher happened to pick a weird one that doesn't do that. I wonder if us taking out taking out the x didn't do anything because that wasn't there to start with.
But I would say like from a calculus perspective, because like you need calculus to find out all information about this.
Yeah.
You typically want to do as you said, like the horizontal asymptotes where like the denominator is 0 and where the limit of x goes to infinity and the limit of x goes to
That's the
infinity.
Right.
Then you want to do where your derivatives are 0.
Yes.
And then find those as well, which are those turning.
Yeah, so I would say, Sarah, like, follow the general strat we had here, which was find the horizontal asymptotes. You can do limits at infinity, or you can do my trick of just looking at the coefficients.
And another thing, too, which is small, but again, teachers love to deduct marks from this, is that at x equals to 0, there's a hole, because we canceled like a factor of x.
Yeah. I wonder if you would actually have to put this on a graph. They're in a pre-calc class. There's no way they're actually doing holes,
So
right?
Yeah, if this is for a pre-calc, then...
Yeah, technically there's a hole here. It's a removable discontinuity. But I don't think you need to know that for your class. Oh, you do it. You do have to do holes. Oh man, that's not nice. What's up, Penn Center? Good to see you, dude.
Nice.
Shout out to the homeboy Penn Center. Penn Center's another awesome math streamer friend of ours. He's very cool. Shout out Penn. What's this about holes? Yeah, what's this about holes?
Nice.
Yeah, we were graphing this rational function Penn. And I was doing my usual trick, right, of just doing horizontal asymptotes, vertical asymptotes, and then plug in numbers, right, in between the different regions of the vertical asymptotes. But it turned out like this function, well, first of all, I had a hole here, but then on the right, because when we plugged in a value, I got something like below the horizontal asymptote, so it ended up actually like crossing. Like usually it doesn't. Usually it does either this or it does this. And so based on what value I plug in, if I get it below the horizontal asymptote or above, I know it's one or the other. But this was a weird one that caused it to actually cross. Dr. Cold. Evening, Fembox. What's going on, dude?
Nice.
But does a hole at the y-intercept mean that there's no y-intercept, or can there still be a y-intercept at a hole? Wow, that's a mouthful. Feels amazing, yeah. That's a good question. Yeah, Ramton, is there a y-intercept at this, even though we removed it?
Sorry, what was that?
Is there a y-intercept at x equals 0?
At x equals to 0.
On the original function. I think no, then. Penn Center, you would know. Penn Centers are
the only way to do it is like, no, there wouldn't be a y-intercept because it doesn't, but you can take the limit of x goes to 0.
So there isn't a y-intercept. If it's a hole, then
yeah,
no.
yeah. So you would always have to take the equate. Yeah, once we equate it to 0 and it can't be equal to 0, then that's fine. And then if there's a hole, the hole is like near where the x is 0.
Exactly.
Which is like, what is it? 2 over -6.
The limit exists, but if the function is not defined, there cannot be an intercept. Yeah. Wow. This is nitpicky for a pre-calc class. Really nitpicky. Oh, Sarah, is this AP pre-calc? She's typing. Oh, it's first semester college. Ew. Wait, you've already taken calculus. Why are you taking pre-calc? They're making you take pre-calc at college? I thought pre-calc was a high school class. You probably have some... I don't know, they didn't take my credits? That's not nice. I'm sorry. That's really sad. I did this in summer school. I took AP and BC too. Wait, they didn't take either of your AP credit. Oh, because what, you didn't get a 5? Or like they only take a certain score or something?
Pretty sure if you get 4 above, they...
Yeah, most colleges.
Any school
will take a 4.
And I think some schools even take 3.
Yeah. It says it didn't count. All right. Well, I'm sorry, Sarah. That sucks. That you're having
the
basic
state or the province of your school.
Yeah, tell us where your school is so we can go like take out some kneecaps.
Don't tell us the name. You don't have to.
You don't have to tell us the name of your school. well, tell me the name of the school so I can tell people not to go to that school.
I mean, sometimes they do.
But anyway, Sarah, yeah. Yeah, to do this, horizontal asymptotes, vertical asymptotes, plug in, and yeah, because it seems like your teacher's going to be tricky, you should do the polynomial long division as well. Yeah. And then what you want to do is you want to set wherever this remainder is equal to 0. This is actually kind of cool. So wherever the remainder is equal to 0, that's where it crosses the horizontal asymptote. This, I believe, is the horizontal asymptote, right? Is that yeah. This is always it, right? This is always yeah, good. Okay. This is always the horizontal asymptote. And wherever, I guess, this is 0 is always the vertical asymptote.
Sorry?
Is wherever the denominator on the remainder is 0, is that always the vertical asymptote too?
Yeah, that part I don't think makes a difference at all. Like once whatever you have a denominator and that goes to 0, it would give you a vertical asymptote. So like it's better to like keep it as a whole fraction, but to But to figure out the horizontal asymptote, that's a clever trick because you can do a long division.
Yeah.
And then whatever comes out, because like whatever
This is like the
left
error.
there-
This is like the nub at the end. Just like the I
yeah,
don't know,
because
the appendix.
if you have any linear term or like essentially if the numerator is of the same order, when I say
Mhm.
order, it means the power of
Yeah.
x. If the
No.
power of x is equal or bigger in the numerator, you will have like a whole value that comes out. And then whatever is left in the numerator, which is like minus 12x plus 17, the power of x would end up being smaller. So you can see as x gets really big,
Yeah.
that term just vanishes. Okay.
Yeah. This just goes away. Yeah. This just goes
Yeah.
away.
And then if you have like if the remainder, or sorry, if the answer to that was like, let's say 3x, then that would have been the thing that gold is
The
saying, like,
oblique
the
asymptote.
oblique, yeah.
Yeah, that would be
And
the
if
oblique
it's like
asymptote.
3x squared, then it's like it
Ew.
follows a parabolic path.
Yeah, it's just like slightly off. Yeah. Penn Center. Yeah, this is Ramton. Yeah, Ramton's a cool guy. I don't know. Did you ever meet Penn Center, Ramton?
Penn Center? I don't think so. No.
He's another huge math streamer. Yeah, Penn Center. Ramton's been with us for a while, but maybe I think once I started like working with you guys a lot, I think Ramton was on like hiatus, and then he's back. Yeah, so that you probably just passed each other in the
Yeah, I think
the cosmos.
I started taking a little bit of a hiatus around like I think it was like March.
Near March. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully I should be back more often now. I
Yeah.
should be back more often. Mondays or Wednesdays, one of the two I'll be here for sure.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Penn Center says hi, Ramton. Yeah. So
hello.
we have a lot of other really cool math streamers.
No, I saw there was a master.
There's like a whole like
another
list of them
master-
there.
Yeah, I think it's the N simplex.
Yeah, Obi. Yeah,
He-
and Simplex
Yeah, he
Pachinko
was
Obi.
teaching complex analysis, right?
Yeah, DiffyQ. I think he's doing DiffyQ. Or maybe he did complex analysis. Yeah, way back. He taught complex
And then
analysis.
what is he doing now? You said?
He was teaching DiffyQ over the summer, and now I think it's
Penn Center
done.
was doing.
Oh, Penn Center did complex. Oh, maybe you saw Penn Center then.
I mean, it was someone out of the Twitch streamers that you linked. I pretty much like followed all of them, and then one of them, I think, one time I saw that was doing complex analysis. Like, I feel like here's the thing: like, when I start to re-study or like
Mhm.
teach some of the subjects that I've learned, I realize actually like how much of it I didn't actually learn. And
Right.
like sometimes I talk to my friends and I understand people. How did so many people graduate? Like I feel like there's so many people I talk to and they're like, "Oh, I don't remember any of this."
I don't remember shit. Yeah, it's just like
Like-
it's like me over the
Like I
weekends.
remember I studied conformal mappings when I was doing complex analysis, and I was like just nailing it. And then when I
Mhm.
studied again, I was like, I have zero recollection of conformal mappings, and
Like,
it was just like great.
Who's your
It's like
name,
relearning
Conformal? Have I met you before, Conformal?
Conformal mapping.
Yeah, it's like have I met you? Yeah, that's too funny. Are the goat? Yeah, that's I see. I have no clue. Y'all speaking a different language right now. I guess him and Zach are doing a linear algebra class next semester. Awesome. Yeah, that is what Ranton's talking about. That's me with linear algebra. Like I don't know how I passed linear algebra because every time I go back to do it, it's like foreign to me again. I'm just like, what's going on?
I mean, Penn Center is like I'll try to hop on stream, but if you ever want somebody else to like,
Oh, you know he
chip in-
he does it's a big collaborative thing. So when he announces it, he's always looking. So when he does, it's not him just up there lecturing. He has it's usually a series of people that are all contributing to work through problems, and then that's how they learn the course.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would love to.
Yeah.
Go over a linear
So yeah,
algebra.
you
I mean,
did
the
some
only
fun
thing I
with
would
it.
like to study again, if someone's teaching it, would be like real analysis, because I will not.
Yeah, who did real
Christoffel
analysis?
transformation.
Someone
Took a long time.
Someone did real analysis. I think it was Zach. Either to
Wait,
iPie.
isn't Christoffel transformation like?
I have no clue
Isn't
what a
Christoffel transformation for like
I have no clue what a Christoffel
what's it
transformation
called?
is.
The general relativity and stuff.
Oh, is it a physics thing? I didn't do much
It
GR.
comes into. I mean, I remember I learned about Christoffel like symbols and everything in physics, so I understand how it applies. It maps polygons to the upper half plane in complex analysis. Okay, yeah, I don't think I studied that part of complex.
Yeah, I just did like the go around the pole and like something.
Yeah, like the residue theorem was like
residue theorem.
That's the one. Yeah. The residue theorem was like the main part of it, and we did some like conformal maps and
residue theorem. So hot right now. Residue theorem. That residue theorem so hot. Let's see. Was it Janai says, "Oh, can you help me out with number 4 here? Let's do number 4 for you, Janai, real quick." All right. So here's a physics question. Engineer is designing a runway for an airport. Several planes will use the runway, and the engineer must design it so that it is long enough for the largest planes to become airborne before the runway ends. If the largest plane accelerates at 3.3 meters per second squared, okay, so that 3.3, that's an A, that's an acceleration, and has a takeoff speed of 88, okay. So takeoff speed is the speed at the end of the runway. Like, hopefully it takes off, otherwise it crashes. That's going to be V final is equal to 88. And they say, what is the length of the runway? All right. So we assume all the airplanes start at rest, unless they had like a catapult on them or something. So that's 0. And then we're trying to figure out delta x here. We're trying to find displacement. We are. What is FF? What does FF mean? Wait, what's the capital F and the little f? Janai is saying something. Nice. The set at which the points are continuous? Oh, I kind of like that. Oh, VF. Yeah, V final. Yeah, the final velocity is 88. Yeah. Yeah, that's the takeoff speed. That's the final velocity. Final Fantasy. You spelled fantasy wrong. It's a good thing if Sensation was here, he'd get you for it. Yeah. Okay. So again, this is just physics, right? You know, look at the variables I have and what I'm missing, right? I have velocities, I have acceleration, I'm looking for distance. The one we're going to want to use is this one. Because look, I got both my velocities, I got my acceleration, and I'm looking for my distance. No time needed, exactly, yeah. This is called the timeless equation. Just another nickname for it. So what? This is 88 squared is equal to 0 plus 2, and then A is 3.3. And then we're solving for delta x. That's the distance of the runway. So you can multiply these. That becomes 6.6. 88 squared is equal to 6.6 delta x. Okay. Where's our calculator? Calculadora. There we go. Okay. 88 squared divided by 6.6. You're going to get the delta x is 1173.3 repeating meters. Nice. Does that make sense, Janaya? Honestly, that question was worded kind of weirdly, so I understand why you probably like got confused. Yeah, you're very. Oh, you're awesome. You're very welcome. Here's the screenshot if you want it for later. Okay, cool. Someone dumped some. What was this? Is this? This looks like continuous functions. That's cool. No, not this. Nice. Whenever I see set, I start thinking it's like set theory or it's something super complicated. But I think they're just asking like the points, like the range. Oh yeah, good to see you, Pen. Nice to meet you, Ramton. Please feel to DM me. Yes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, y'all connect. That's dope. Nice. Okay, let's see. Who's asking this question, by the way? Who is this? Lost in Saga. Oh yeah, I know Lost in Saga. What's up, dude? Okay. Yeah, chaotic dude. That's Ramton. All right, Lost in Saga. Here's your question. Let's see. So when we want to figure out like where things are continuous, we basically want to find out where they're not continuous, like where they break, and then we just go outside those points. F of x, y. Okay. Do I have to do this like? Okay, it's not differentiable though. It's just like where is it continuous? Okay.
Hello.
What's up, Ethan? Good to see you, dude.
Yeah,
Nice. What's going on? How are your classes?
The same.
You want to say some stuff?
okay,
Say some stuff. What's up?
Okay, well, something crazy just happened today in terms of literature.
What happened? What happened crazy in your lit class?
Actually, can I share my face cam
Yeah, you
if
can
you
share
don't
your face
mind?
cam. Yeah, you can share whatever you want, dude. Go for it. Dun dun
Okay.
dun.
Right.
I
I'm
don't see
just
your
trying to.
camera on.
Okay, it's on now. It's on. It should be playing right now.
There you go. What's up, Ethan?
Hello.
How's it going?
Sorry that the lighting's like this. It's just this little lamp I have
Oh,
on
you're
my
good.
desk.
You're good, dude.
Yeah.
What's up?
All right.
What's the crazy thing that happened in your literature class, dude? What happened?
So basically, have you ever heard of Anansi, the spider?
Oh, I heard a Nazi. Sorry, what? A Nuncy? What's that? Sorry, what's that? What? Excuse me.
Anansi.
Nanzi this. Oh, a Nancy the spider.
Yeah, this spider guy.
Oh, is this like a it's like a kid's book or something? Dude, this looks scary, bro. Oh, it's an African god. They have a West
Yeah,
African
it's a
god that's a spider. Oh man, this is trippy,
well,
dude.
it's not really a
This is
big
like
spider. It's an actual like it's like the average size of your spider.
this
It's
is this
basically
is this is
just
gonna
like
cause me some nightmares later tonight.
I at least about the map you don't have to you have to worry about that. But
Yes,
yes,
there you go.
Anansi is basically just a spider who is who is considered a trickster for what
A trickster.
Africans call them.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
trickster.
basically he manipulates people into doing things that he does without them even knowing it.
Okay.
So
Sounds like a
far, we're
couple of
getting
our
deep into
presidential candidates. But go on.
yeah, basically halfway into the dialogue, and how do I? It's like we do these charts like these tables where we
Uh-huh.
describe characters, themes, conflicts, and explanation of quotes.
Yeah.
There was one other character. Oh yeah, and the plot of the chapter or the section, and the first one we did was in pairs. I think I got the highest in that.
Oh, good job,
But
dude. Congrats.
but yeah, yeah. Don't worry, it wasn't just me though. It was with my partner.
Okay.
But this one was completely worse than the other one, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Why?
Because
Because
there was
it
some.
was hard to like understand like the story or what? What was hard about this book?
It was far from that. It was
Oh
far
man.
from that. It wasn't even the story's fault. It was the people's fault. It's because of the fact that it's like they did not follow instructions.
Oh yeah, you always gotta follow the instructions, dude.
They basically like sort of copy and pasted some of the information from the previous table into the new one.
Oh,
Even
so
though it's
they're just being
completely
lazy. It's a different thing. Yeah. Dude, this
Yeah,
this
and
spider
what
looks kind of like cute, honestly. But then they say this is a bedtime story. I do not think this is a good idea for bedtime stories. Like what? Like,
nah,
look at this.
but some of the things that they would tell you are pretty funny.
Okay, at least it's funny.
But yes,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not done yet.
Okay, what's
So
up?
basically, there were some people who got like, hold on. You know how much, like 10 out of 25 is, right? Like just multiplying the numerator
What,
by
10 divided
12.
by 25?
Yeah, 10 out of 25, like in terms
Yeah.
of
Oh, in terms
grade.
of a grade, yeah, that's a 40. That's not a good score.
Yeah, yeah, some people got 10 out of 25, 13 out of 25, 9 out of 25. The worst one
Yeah.
by far being a 4 out of 25.
Okay.
Yeah, they screwed up horribly,
Oh, that's not good.
and the teacher was not happy at all.
Uh-oh.
But me being the person that I am, I did not copy too much.
That's
I
good.
wrote the information into my own words. I read the story, and
Nice.
you know, I got a 96 and a 92 on both the different sections.
Oh, good job, dude. Nice. Double A's, dude. Sick.
Well, an A plus, an A.
Yeah. Both A's.
But
though.
yes, it is both A's. But honestly, I just can't believe it. I stressed myself out for that night, and that
Yeah.
was the actual grade again.
Well, then yeah. Do you see how like you don't stress yourself out too much with school stuff, man. Like, do your best, and good things will happen. You don't. What? There's some. I'm looking for this quote. There's a quote about something about like worrying doesn't really do much, but yeah, you're good.
Yeah, and honestly, I just like people I've seen on Instagram. Yeah,
Yeah.
I officially have Instagram now.
Oh,
But
nice.
yeah, but I am seeing that you should place your worries onto God.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I don't know. It just feels a little wrong because
Well,
transferring your memories to someone else.
Well,
Don't you think
it's
that's a
just to
little?
something. It's to something else. I mean, it can be a person. You can call it God. You can call it the universe. You can call it whatever. But I do generally like this way of thinking because it's basically like worry about the things you can change and the things that you can't change. You don't need to focus on. And so that's when they say like give it up to God or throw it out in the universe or manifest whatever. Yeah, I think that's a positive message. Now, I mean, don't throw everything. Don't. So there's a funny quote. It's like Jesus take the wheel or something. You don't do that with important stuff like paying rent. Don't say like, oh, God will fix it. Like that's not gonna happen. Like you have to take some responsibility for definitely doing things, but the other stuff it doesn't help you to keep worrying about it. So just trust that you doing your best effort means that the right things will happen.
Yeah.
what I would say.
You know, I'm doing PE homework right now, and
Okay.
this
They have
PE
homework. They have
involves a
homework
lot.
in PE. What?
Yeah. I
What is
mean, like, we
PE
take it from
homework? Excuse me?
And
The fuck?
just the way you're
PE.
reacting like right now is making me laugh. But
Well,
yes,
yeah. Okay.
hey, let me finish.
All right, go on. You finish.
What
What's
I'm
up?
reading right now is physics. It's based on physics right now. You want to know exactly what?
What are you doing? Is it kinematics? Are you doing like how far a ball goes in the air or something?
Nope. It all has to do with the famous scientist Isaac Newton. His
Nice.
3 laws of motion.
We do love Newton's 3 laws.
Yeah, basically, I'm not doing maths here, just science.
Mhm.
But I'm applying it to how they apply to the body, like how one force acts upon another.
Okay.
Yes, I'm stuck on this problem here.
Okay.
It asks what are the 2 parts of the law of acceleration? Isn't it just like the
The
force
law of
applied
acceleration.
and- yeah, the second law.
I think
I'm gonna hop out.
you gotta head
for
out,
now,
Ramton.
but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
good to see you, Ramton, dude. I appreciate you coming
Yeah,
by.
I'll try to be around, like as I said, Mondays and Wednesdays, or like one of the 2 days for sure.
Okay.
As I'm figuring out my schedule, I think Tuesdays is like where I'm like teaching Muay Thai. So like
Okay.
Mondays and Wednesday, I should be try to make it
Awesome.
here.
Yeah, no, I appreciate having you here. Yeah, if you ever want to like take over on one of the questions, just like let me know. You can do it.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I also thought about doing the whole, the stat thing with the Z score thing
Yep.
over the weekend, but
You got sick. It's okay.
being bed bound.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just saying,
That's hard, dude.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, have a good night, everyone.
You too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan. Yeah, good to see you, Ramton. Yeah, Ethan. Yeah, let's do your question real quick because Critical needs help with it. And then, wait, Critical. What's your question, dude? What was your question? 1 sec. Is 1 sec. Is this? 1 sec. Let me find it. Oh man, I had it. Where'd I have it? Oh, is this your question, Critical? Okay, cool. All right. Here, yeah. Ethan, let's do yours real quick, and then I gotta help someone else because then I gotta run. I gotta teach another student. I gotta teach her physics in 15 minutes. So what do you need about with Newton's second law? What's up?
They're asking for the 2 parts. In the textbook, it's saying the force applied and the direction in which it is applied. But in other news with like the internet, it's saying the force and acceleration and the mass and acceleration. I don't know which one to choose from.
So I think Newton's second law, the one you're talking about, says that the sum of the forces is equal to the mass times the acceleration. Right, and also that the direction. So in magnitude and direction, because force is a vector, so it has a length and also has a direction. Right.
So I could just put like the force applied and the direction.
You could say that
or the
you
movement.
could say that the sum of the forces applied is equal to the mass times the acceleration of the object. That's what I would say.
It's not 2 parts then.
Well, yeah, you say the magnitude and the direction. That's the 2 parts. So 1 part is the direction, 1 part is the mass. Janai, you're very welcome. Yeah. Good luck on your test, dude. Says now I have a chance of passing your test. Great, awesome.
Yeah,
What's up,
well,
Ethan?
It is basically the same thing, yes. So thank you for helping me out. With
You're
that,
welcome, dude.
But one last thing.
One last thing. Okay, one last thing.
Over
What's
the
up?
over the weekend, I've been trying to do this math question, these 320 questions with the changing the sub of the formula.
Yeah.
They are starting to hurt my head because I can't
Okay.
even understand this anymore. And
Okay.
I think it's because I'm getting a little too tired.
Well, take a break, dude. Take a nap. You know, rest
I
your
can't
eyes.
get a
Go look
full
at something
day's rest.
else. Go for a walk.
I can't look at the stairs. I can't look at the stars yet. I got homework to do here. I got homework to
Okay,
do
I
here.
know,
Right
yeah.
on my desk. Right.
You also
now.
have life to live. You know, life
Yes,
isn't
I
all
know,
homework.
but school is my life right now.
I know. It feels like that sometimes for sure. Okay. One sec.
Well,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah. If you have
I got
questions with the math stuff, you know what to do, dude. Just post a screenshot. I'll go over it on the stream.
I'll do it
Otherwise-
tomorrow. I don't think you have any tonight.
No, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go in the next 10 minutes. I gotta help Critical out real quick. Okay.
Later then.
All right. Good to see you, Ethan. Nice. Okay. Here, Critical. Let me help you out. All right. Let me give bond coin to Ethan for his question. That's a good one. Okay. Okay. Where the function is continuous. Okay. So things break continuity when you divide by 0 or take the square root of negative numbers, is what I would say. Okay. So whenever I see stuff like this, I'm gonna say if it's a rational function, like it's a fraction, I got stuff on the top and the bottom. First, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can simplify it, like if anything cancels. Okay. Like we saw in the last question, not this one, sorry, this one over here, right? We were able to pull out an x out of both things because technically x equals 0 was a whole. But we were able to remove that whole. It's a removable discontinuity. Question for the math guys that are in my stream. Is this function still continuous at x equals 0? I've removed the discontinuity. So like, right, does that make it continuous? Even though I know it's not, it technically doesn't have an x-intercept? That seems kind of weird for it to not have an x-intercept, but then say it's also continuous. Right? I know the limit approach is the same thing. It's just like the actual value doesn't actually hit it. We'll see. But okay. So in general, I would like try to simplify. I can't really simplify this, right? There's nothing on the top and the bottom that's going to factor. This there might, because this looks like it could be a difference of squares. And then this, I don't think factors either. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, so for this first one, I just want to figure out where the denominator is equal to 0. So I can say 1 plus e to the x minus y is equal to 0. That's when we would say that e to the x minus y is equal to negative 1. X minus y is equal to negative 1. But I don't think that's ever going to happen, right? Because e to the whatever power can never be negative, right? This will always be a positive number. It can be a small number. It can be 0, but it'll never be negative. So I want to say this is continuous everywhere. I would say continuous for all real. So I don't know how do you prove it? You just say it's not discontinuous anywhere. In order for something to be not continuous, you need there to be a discontinuity. And I don't know. I don't see any discontinuities. I mean, I would say this. I mean, if your teacher really wants, just be like, okay, the only way this, like, x times y is continuous for all x and y. That's just multiplying two real numbers together. That's always continuous. Dividing by 0 is the only way it can be discontinuous. And the only way to divide by 0 is for e to the x minus y to be negative 1, which will never happen. I mean, if you really want to show, right? ln, whatever, fine. Like, x minus y is equal to the ln of negative 1. This is undefined. How about 42? Okay. Same thing. So I need, so is this the cosine of this? I assume it is. So this is the restriction on this. This is kind of like finding the domain. That's all you're doing. Just find the domain. Is that 1 plus x minus y has to be greater than 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So I guess you can move things to each side, right? So I say 1 plus x is greater than or equal to y. So y is less than or equal to 1 plus x. So, I don't know. If you wanted to show that on a graph, right? That's just this. And you just say it's this, right? And then this is discontinuous whenever x times y is equal to 0, right? So either x is 0 or y is 0. So this is continuous for all except x equals 0 or y equals 0. Because then that would cause this to be 1. This, again, where 1 minus x squared minus y squared is equal to 0. So that's y is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 minus x squared. I think. What class is this for, by the way? Is this a calculus class? Calculus, okay. Yeah. It's kind of weird that they're doing it in like... So usually it's just f of x. This is a 2-variable function. So it's like a plane. So yeah, that's kind of weird. But yeah, I think the way to prove where things are continuous is to show where they're not continuous, and then just go outside there. This one's cool because it's... This one was kind of cool, right? Because it's literally like a shaded thing.
Nice.
How do I solve 43 again? I would set the bottom equal to 0. Well, I'd see if I can cancel anything. I can't cancel anything. Oh, thanks for the follow, dude. Leibniz. Oh, he's a cool guy. Leibniz. So if you set the bottom equal to 0 and then you just rearrange, this is the restriction. So it's like all real except y is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 minus x squared. So this is kind of like a line, I guess, isn't it? Right? Yeah. It's like all points except like the point on these like two curves. And I guess, yeah, this ends up looking, tell me if I'm wrong. I think it looks something like this. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, okay. Cool. All right, that's all the time. I got to run to another student, so let's close out the stream. All right.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone, for coming to office hours today. Big shout out to Brampton and Sensation for helping me out. I always appreciate you guys being in the stream. You're very welcome, Critical. Yes. Also, thanks for all the subs. We got a couple subs today. I appreciate that. And our amazing Discord boosters. You guys are great. Okay. Next stream will be tomorrow. That's going to be an hour later. So that will be at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Come on by. Drop some screenshots. We'll help you out. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go raid one of our other friends who's streaming on Twitch. Yeah, we have a whole, if you need help and I'm not streaming, or, you don't want to wait around for the queue of questions we have a lot of awesome, fun friends here. These are the math streamers, and they also stream on Twitch. And so make sure to give them a follow. If you see, you'll get a notification when they go live, and a lot of them run similar, like, homework helping sessions. So they'll help you guys out. All right, let's see. Who am I following? Who are we going to raid? We got, ooh, nice. Merriweather is doing engineering. Okay, so let's go say hi to Merriweather. Merriweather's cool. He's a friend of ours. So yeah, if we want to go learn about some engineering and stuff. I think Merriweather was talking about going back to school or something. But he's a cool guy. All right, awesome. Okay, have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Great start to the week, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.